Hello, and welcome to Mind Your Head, a space for people to share their stories, talk openly and honestly about their own mental health challenges, and to give some listeners some comfort in knowing you're not alone. We acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land in which we record this podcast, the Gubbi Gubbi people. We pay our respects to their elders, past, present and emerging, and extend that respect to all Indigenous peoples. We honour their enduring connection to the land, waters and culture, and recognise their invaluable contributions they make to our communities. Always was, always will be Aboriginal land. This episode is proudly supported by True Protein. Use the code MindYourHead at the checkout to score $25 off your next order. Samu, welcome to Mind Your Head, brother. It's so good to catch up with you and see you again after a few years. And I know last time we played together, and to see what you've achieved, it's been incredible.
Oh, thanks for having me, bro. Yeah, like you said, it's been a minute, but it's good to see a familiar face, and especially in this space, which is pretty important, man.
Absolutely, and you know, there's a fair bit for us to catch up on, and I guess there's a chance for us to dive a little bit into your journey and maybe find out some things that I actually don't know about you. Yeah. But firstly, how's life going? We mentioned off camera that you're back from Japan. How was that season?
Obviously for the team, we didn't go too well. We ended up finishing at the bottom of the table, which meant we had to play like relegation and stuff like that. But we got through that well, so that's in terms of the club, they're really happy with that. Personally, had a successful season, as you could say. Played pretty well, and coming back off an ACL injury the last couple of years, so I feel like you're finding your rhythm again, which was really important for myself. But yeah, in terms of rugby, it's in a good space, an interesting space, being back for this period. But at the same time, it's been a blessing just to be home, be with the family, and outside of footy is a bit going on. Just working on post footy life, which is really important for me and my family, and the way the dynamics is in my family. So just planning things ahead, making sure when rugby ends, it's not just a shock, which I've seen happen with a lot of footy players, and it's a scary space. So
yeah, for sure,
a lot of planning going on in the background, but still focusing on footy. Life's really good, man.
Yeah, it looks good. When did you start thinking about post rugby? Is that a new thing the last couple of seasons, or have you always had sort of the back of your mind what I want to do outside of footy?
It's been a long journey for that. I think when you're young, you think about rugby and like you are rugby, so you don't really think anything else when you're in that mode.
You're very tunnel vision.
Because and it's got strengths and weaknesses of itself. For young players, you want to be focused in, you want to be zeroed in, but at the same time, I think it's just the environment around you. You have to have people that just ask the question, and I've been so blessed to have people like that in my management. With New Star Sports, I've got Anthony Piccone, who's managed me since I was 15, 14 years old. We've all came through that space, and everyone's got different journeys with that. And Shane Arnold's been a big part of my life off field, just planning financial side of things, but investments and all that. But then post footy, he's had me to think about it a lot, which led me to connecting with one of my teammates at Jeeps, Paul Brown, and we've started a company together, and the clothing brand, and it's been successful so far. And it's just at the baby stages at the moment in that space, but we want it to grow into something real sustainable for after rugby. So
does that excite you, the business side of it?
Oh man, it does, because it's out of my depth.
I'm
humble enough to know when you're out of your depth. So in rooms, I just sit and
listen.
Instead of like having to feel like
you need to say something.
Exactly. Like say something smart or say something intellectual. Whereas when you just listen, man, you're like, oh, that's how things are. And then you get on like Excel spreadsheet, and I'm just like, yep.
It's like back to square one, where you're just learning something new again, and it's just
it's daunting.
It's daunting.
It's quite daunting, because everyone in the room knows what they're doing. And I'm used to that in rugby. I'm the guy that I guess in a senior leadership role now, in our team, and people look to me for answers, look to the 10s and 12s, and because you've played international footy, you should know this and that. But even that, like, you're still learning, in rugby.
It's interesting because they expect you to have all the answers for what you've experienced and you've gone through, and now you're in this phase. You're like,
they're just like, listen, kid. You're like, all good, mate. It kind of reminds me.
Do you like that challenge? Yeah.
No, I love it.
You love it.
I love that space because like I feel like when you're in the uncomfortable spaces where you grow, I guess it's cliche, people say it all the time, but it is. Because, same as when I stepped into the Reds for the first time, and you have, Ben Taps, Quade Cooper, Ulgenia, Mikey Harris, and that, you just, I'll listen, I'll learn. But I had that mindset of just like learning, take everything in, and then just kill it, and don't give that spot back. Don't give that 12 jumper back.
Yeah, that's yours now.
Yeah, it's mine. So once you take it, you've got to be prepared for it. So it's the same with, I feel, with business. Like, I've asked all my business partners, especially Shane, like, what do I need to learn for like wealth management? What do I need to learn for the clothing brand? Like, what classes do I need to take? So I can just take it slowly. Is it a diploma in something? Is it whatever it is? Like, it'll be uncomfortable for me at the start, but
it is for everyone, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. With anything you do.
It's a good message for young kids too, because you're not always going to be, 9 times out of 10 when you try something, you're not going to be very good at it.
Not at all. Yeah. Like, there's a rare handful of people that just jump into
pick it up straight away. Yeah,
get jealous of it, but you're like, well, like, that's learning, because you got strengths in other places.
Exactly.
That person may not have. So that space. So to answer your question, I started maybe 5 years ago, like. Before I left the Reds, I started to put things in place, if it was property, if it was investments. And I built a good habit of saving money. I still spend money, but for what I earn these days, I'm real grateful that I learned that young, because I could have spent it totally different way, because I've seen other players spend the way they spend.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so really early I learned that.
Yeah. And pretty exciting times in, I guess, Australian rugby at the minute now, with the British and Irish Lions touring. Any idea if you're going to you'll be playing against them? I know we spoke off camera. It's a once in a lifetime opportunity.
No, it is. But I think for me, just being ready. If selection comes through, if it doesn't, still be content. And this is probably like a big point I've learned the last couple of years, is where my worth is. I'm not just a rugby player. My uncle as well. I'm a partner. I'm a boyfriend to my partner in Sydney. Grandson, brother, whatever it is. My worth isn't in rugby. So like playing the Lions or not, legacy or not, all that. Like, I'm real grateful to be in this position, and I've done amazing things, and I've gone to World Cups. Didn't win one, but to be there, to be at the top of your game and be selected in those spaces with the Wallabies, I'm really grateful, and I've played 50 games for them. So if it ended today, I have to be grateful for that. The competitiveness, nice, and the ego of me wants to play, wants to be in that position. But if I'm not, I've got to be okay with it. And again, it comes back to my worth. My faith plays a big part in that. So I know God's got bigger plans for me, and I've got to accept that, as hard as it can be. But as one door closes, others open. So it's
a beautiful spot to be in, and realizing that your identity isn't some of the rugby player. Like, there's more to you than just playing rugby.
Yeah, and that's hard sometimes.
It's hard.
It's hard when that's where you've, like, I guess, became known. That's where you spend, man, like hours and hours a day grinding to perfect this craft, and then it's like your best year you had at Japan or whatever, and then you don't get selected. You're just like,
what's going on here?
Oh yeah, well, it's like, this is meant to happen. It just happened. But like, it's seasonal in your life. Being selected for Wallabies, not selected for Reds or your team out of selection. And it's funny enough, I had a similar season in Japan this year. I wasn't selected at the start of the year, and then I came back and played 80 minutes every game, 14 games straight. And ended up getting all the awards at our team and that, which is really great. I'm really grateful for. But I look back and realize, man, God's plan for me was to learn to show humility when you're not getting picked, to show faith, to show patience, and to help others, even though you're not being selected, because I've always been selected. I've always been the number 12. I've always been the number 13. So when it stops, you're just like, hey, what's going on?
But still want the best for the next person.
Exactly, and that's the biggest learning, not just from this year, but to be really in it. Because you always say, when I pray, I always say, I hope if this happened, like, God, like, help me be faithful to your word. But then when it happens, you're like, okay,
you're testing
like,
it.
now you're testing it.
You're testing it.
But and funny things like, I asked to be tested, and at the end, like, you look back at the year, and I was like, man, I came through it so well. I learned more about myself, learned more about my teammates, and
you're thankful for it, aren't you? You're like
so grateful for it, so thankful.
At the time, you're probably thinking, why?
Yeah.
But later in the year, you can look back and reflect and understand, like, oh, that happened for that reason.
Yeah, and that's so important. And I think you have to take learning from it, not just, oh yeah, that was that season and gone. And I understand people talk about it a lot. Yeah, I learned this, I learned that throughout these years, but you've got to really take it on, because sometimes when success comes so hard, you kind of forget about this or something small detail, something so minute that it actually matters, because you were this grateful, you had it at a good heart in this space. It does add to what's coming next, and that's just what I believe in.
Yeah, for sure. And I think a lot of people don't realize, sort of outside the rugby space, is how much rejection there is, how much setbacks there is, even when you're getting dropped, and how much you've got to bounce back from that and have a good mindset and understand that's part of footy. Like, there are some times where you're not going to be always in the starting team, where you're not going to get dropped, or the coach is going to have a different opinion than you, and you can't drop your head, you can't sort of lose it. You've actually got to, I've got to work harder. You got to look for what it is and figure out, maybe this is like the best thing for me. I've got to work harder for it.
Yeah, because they could pick the team based on best for the team, even though you don't think it is, or other players like, you should be picked. At the end of the day, it's like, okay, whoever the next man is, I'm going to help. Yeah. Because that's what benefits the team, and that's what helps the team culture grow. And like you said, like, they see the 80 minutes or the pay or the nice car, but we go through everything everyone else does, but it just feels so much worse in the moment, because it's a team sport as well. You got to think of that. And we're performance based, your next couple of years depends on what you do now. So whereas a job, like, if you sign for 4 years and, like, you can perform high or not, you just kind of, you can do that for a long time. But rugby, you've got this small space of time, 10 years if you're lucky,
to maximize your potential.
And financially, potential off the field, like we spoke about, like branding, like podcasting and whatnot. You've got that short time to do it. And like we said, like, the Lions are here, right? So 12 years they come, and some players never get the opportunity to play. Some players never get the opportunity to play the All Blacks or World Cup. So it goes quick, man.
Yeah,
footy.
it does. Does it feel like it's gone quick for you?
I think so. Like, after us sitting at the back, just like
reminiscing.
About,
I think it's gone quick. Yeah.
Oh, our first sevens comp.
Yeah.
I think you were saying it. You're whatever age you were, and I was like this.
Yeah, I think I was 19, and you would have been, 16, 17 or something. It's crazy.
Coming through with Shawnee McMahon there, and like, I remember, like, we ended up winning that Byron Bay comp, and from there, like, so many boys got signed, and I was this young kid just thinking, man, how cool, like, just to be in this space. And then now we're sitting, like, 10 years later, 12 years later, and just like, it's gone quick, man.
Yeah, has it?
So grateful for.
Can you believe everything that sort of happened? Because, I've obviously followed your journey and been so proud of everything that you've achieved, and all the teams you've made, especially making Wallabies and even captaining the Reds. I know that would have been a proud moment for you, but are you in a spot right now in your life where you can, I know it's not over, I know you got plenty more years left, but you can sort of reflect and look back and go, holy crap, like, I probably achieved things that I would never have thought I would have achieved.
Yeah, it's funny you asking that, because when I try to think about it, I still can't, like, I think it's gonna happen when I finish footy. More so, it's gonna really, like, hit me, like,
sink in, yeah.
Because like, with my family as well, they're so proud, and so like, they back me with everything, I was talking about my little brother to someone the other day, and how his name's Johnny, and how he's like the loyalist dog ever.
Number one fan.
Number one. Yeah. And like, every time I don't get picked, he's like, no. Like, like, doesn't want to support the team. And I love him so much for it. He's the guy, if there's a fight, he'd be the first one to step in and be like, I got it. Yeah. Like, just that type of mentality, and I love him so much for it. But he backs me, thinks I'm the best. And I always tell him, like, bro, I'm not. Like, you're just...
I love you.
Yeah, I love you. But he's like, nah.
Yeah.
show him. I can show him videos. Like I was like, oh, and he plays footy in Japan as well.
Yeah.
But the love he has for me because I'm his big bro, and my big brother as well. The kind words he says. So I think the way they treat me, the way my cousins treat me, like my cousins Meeks and that, and Brizzy and Josh and Teddy, like all those boys that you played with as well.
Yeah.
I think because of the way they all treat me, it doesn't feel like I'm this wallaby. You know,
it grounds you, doesn't it?
Yeah, it grounds me
yeah.
hard. Like they
give you the same shit. Like,
same
like
since I was young,
a little kid.
And then when I meet my older cousins, I had one of my older cousins had his birthday on the weekend. They're still my older cousins. Like I'm still that young kid. But then even when they say like, man, like what you've done and stuff, I still can't see it because when I see them, we're still there back in the day.
Yeah.
Or when I see my cousins, when I see my old man and that, like I'm still that young kid.
Nothing's changed.
Nothing's changed for me, but obviously a lot has. But I don't think it's gonna hit me until I get back. But I think I think the out of gratitude, like to just be grateful in the moment, because one day it's gonna end. So I try to practice that a lot with everything I have, the car I drive, the food I get to eat. Like I eat a nice steak. I know this is not forever. I can't be eating these steaks. You know, these are $100 steaks. You know, one day I won't be able to afford like to eat this nice food constantly. You know, whereas you know, I got no kids, so I just got my partner in Sydney. So when I take her out, I try to like
spoil her.
Yeah, spoil her and
enjoy it.
It's gonna end. We're not gonna be.
Well, even like you talk about your family, even like when you're having those nice steaks, you think you could even think about like, you know, your family back in Fiji as well, like from what your childhood was like, and what you you know, it'd be worlds apart from what
like we've got beds now.
Yeah,
you know, like whereas we used to sleep on the ground on a at home. I remember every time, even like when I was playing Wallabies, I got injured. I think it's 2017. I went to Fiji, see my mom and that, and so there's like 3 bedrooms, 3 beds. But we have like grandparents staying there as well. So they always stay in the bed. And all us boys would just sleep on the floor with one of those like thick blankets. And it was the best. Like it was so fun because we'd wake up in the morning. Well, I wouldn't get woken up. My mum would tell everyone like, leave him, let him rest.
Oh, really?
You know, like this wallaby, let him rest. Well, everyone had to go work on the yard.
Yeah.
I would say I'm plastic. I always tell everyone, nah, I'm still plastic compared to my brothers who really grew up in Fiji and lived there for a longer period. But like, yeah, breakfast, lunch is tea and bread. Yeah. So there goes the diet. Like for
straight out.
Yeah. So like the biggest meal we have would be like a dinner, you know, because meat's expensive in Fiji and that. So, or I'll go buy pizza for everyone. Everyone goes crazy, or I'll buy peanut butter, which like something so silly here. Over there, having bread, like peanut butter and jam. That's a luxury.
Yeah, right.
Having tea or coffee, that's a luxury. Especially the way I grew up.
Yeah, something that we take for granted so much here.
Running water.
Yeah, running water.
We had
electricity.
We had a tub. So the water would finish at like 5 p.m. every night. So they'll fill this tub up. That's how we have showers. We had no shower head.
Obviously, no hot water.
Yeah. Oh, hot water, no, please. Like, you know, in Fiji, you don't need hot water, but that's what I mean. Yeah, like flushing the toilet, you'd have to just put the water in yourself. Like all those things, and then made Wallaby could update the house, put a new kitchen in for mum. You know, all that stuff had got to happen, and now I've got an open living space. You know, 3 bedrooms, but from that to next space, and then we spoke about looking for property outside, and to that now, it's just like. Man, for me, only God could have done that in my life, so very grateful.
Was that always, and I grew up in Fiji, obviously rugby being so big in Fiji, was that sort of your way out? Did you look at it as a way out when you were playing footy, or were you just...
Nah. I think maybe these days it's more amplified for young kids that you can make it, like you go to France, Japan, or Australia, or, you know, France is a big sport for Fijian players. But I didn't think I was good when I was young, if I'm being honest. Growing up, I grew up with Chris Saltier. We've obviously played against him. I went to school with him, and then he was, you know, one of the youngest Wallaby and that. So when you see him in school and you're like, yeah, I can't do that. Like, you know, there's no way. And something so profound that I spoke with him about, we were doing rehab at the Reds one year. He had been injured, I was injured. And I had already played Wallabies and stuff by then. I think it was 2018. And we were doing rehab. and I spoke to him, and we were doing like a bike or something, like something real hard. I forgot what it was, and we were trying to make these times, and I was just trying to push him. And then we finished, and then we sat down, and I was like, I just keep pushing. He's just like, this is the difference between you and I, mate. Like, you know, like I had that drive from high school that, because that's where really like maybe this can happen. But even then, like not really.
Well,
like,
I remember when we were playing sevens together. You didn't think you were just there to have fun.
I was there.
All of us were trying to make it, and
yeah,
you were
to the
just
sevens program.
yeah, bro. And I remember you, and you were just fucking laughing and like throwing the footy around. And I was like, does he not realize how good he is? Is he just chilling?
Nah, because because I grew up with like Tiviti Kurunjani. He made it. Junior Russell, Lotte Tingiri. Like those, I didn't see myself. There's no way.
Yeah, I'm not on that level.
Yeah, I'm playing touch with the boys. I'm just having fun. This chubby kid, and then like we go to that comp, Byron Bay.
Yeah.
We won something before that. It was the Noosa Sevens.
We won Noosa. Yeah.
Yeah, against the Sevens.
Yeah, Aussie Sevens.
Team. I was just like, bro, I'm on the field with these boys. Like, you know, like
how good's this?
Yeah, all good. Like, I never thought there's a possibility of making it. Yeah, we were contracted to New Star, but that doesn't guarantee anything. You know, just guarantees hopefully they can open more doors. But nah, man, I didn't think until I think after I went to the 20s. I tell this story all the time, but when I went to Fiji under 20s, it really humbled me to like the space I'm in and the opportunities I can have. Because those boys, man, like we got Nike kit and everything for like through a shopping mall. It's called Tapus. It was a sponsor for the 20s, so it was Nike.
Yeah.
And I, like, being in Australia, I knew the material isn't that great, but it's Nike. Yeah. It's got Nike on it, and it's got Fiji under 20s on it. And those boys, the way they lit up, seeing boots that were like, you know, the $60 ones for Nike that sell. Well, we were getting them. Yeah. And they were just like...
Christmas. It was the best day ever.
Oh, bro. And I was just like, man, how ungrateful am I sometimes to be like, now I want the $200 boot, not the $90 one. Like... So that and the way they train, it was military. Like we were in an army base and like we trained like military, bro. Had to march everywhere. It was awesome. It was an awesome experience because it really like took it to the purest form of rugby. And when you see them play, but see the way they grow up, which is similar to mine, but I moved to Australia by then. I was like, I was on another level when I came back from 20s. I came and played Colts, and by then I was like, I'm going for this Reds team. Like,
is that the switch? Because I remember you coming back from 20s and then just lighting up the club comp. Like everyone was just like, well, here he is.
Yeah. Like, he's been here, but where's this kid?
Was that the sort of the turning point for you?
I think so because post that, I played Prems that year and I was still 18. So I was 18, turning 19. Played Prems for Shane, and. In the semi-final, we lost to Sunnybank. That's the team I was talking about.
I remember that.
But only 3 tries were scored from us. They scored 3 tries too, but they had a kick or something. We lost by 2 points. And the 3 boys that scored was all us boys that played Colts. It was Phil Kite, Scotty Malaloa, and myself. We scored the 3 tries. And like from there, we were just like chest up. Because we were in the academy the following year or something, or that year. After that, I was just like...
Confidence through the roof.
Like scored a try on Benny Taps and that and he's my hero. You know, he's always been a hero of mine because of he's an Islander playing for the Reds and a bigger body. He's not like Mikey Harris or you know Anthony Faingai is a bit different as well. He was a bigger guy and could run well.
I remember that try too.
No. I forgot it now.
we'll show it on the clips.
But yeah, like from then on, I kind of had this drive, like real drive to like. To aim, like I had a target, whereas at 20s, I just wanted to make the 20s. And I would go on like 6 a.m. runs to this train. I was staying in Burpengary, and from our house to Burpengary and back was 5 kilometers. So I did this run to try like bring the time, because I knew like at 20s would be hard to make. So I even went to 20s like 3 months or 6 months early, just so I can like earn a spot there. I went in Jan, and the comp was not until June, July. So just like that, that was the start of like the drive started. But then after I came back, then I was like, I want the Reds. Like I want to play Super.
Oh really? Straight away?
Straight away after that year with the Jeeps, because in that 2013 year, I I was Jeeps Prems by then, and by then I was just
it
wanting it all.
It was game over.
Yeah,
I remember that season.
Oh, we lost GF to the East. Yeah, you play. Would you play that?
Yeah, I played that. Yeah.
Battering, man.
Going back to that sort of migrating from sort of Fiji to Australia, was that challenging for you and the fam? Sort of changing cultures. Was there a bit of a culture shock?
I think I was too young to understand the struggle.
Yeah.
So I would say I got 3 brothers, like 3 actual brothers that are born in my family. But then I got another 2 that are my uncles, but I grew up with them. That's who I migrated with. So my grandfather and grandmother raised me. Like not even my grandfather actually. It's my grandmother's sister's family. So your great aunt or great uncle. But we just
in Fiji, it's everyone's family.
Yeah, everyone's family. So yeah, he raised me. He's the old man I'm always with. I guess I didn't understand how hard it was because, like you said, like culture, language. He's a smart guy. He's worked for the Commonwealth government. That's why we migrated here after we moved from Fiji originally to Solomon Islands.
Yeah.
And a coup happened, and then we moved from there to Australia.
Oh right.
Yeah. So the coup is what kind of shifted everything. There was a coup in Fiji at the same time.
Oh,
I've told
really?
the story a couple of times. Like we were in Solomon Islands working for the Queen, Commonwealth, for him. So we were all there at the time. And then the coup happened in Solomon Islands. So we left, evacuated, like to back to Fiji. But Fiji was having a coup. So we couldn't go there. So we were on the way to New Zealand and they stopped in Australia and we got off here.
Really?
Yeah. My sister would tell me a story, like get off, walk into the aircraft hangar, and Commonwealth had like closed. Salvation Army was there, set up the banking system, and then we're in Australia. We had visas, like I think it's like 897 visa or something like that.
Yeah.
But we stayed in a hotel for like the first 2-3 months, and then moved to Mount Gravatt.
Yeah.
And from then on, we were just Australian. Yeah, that was home. And so I was only 6-7 years old, so I probably didn't understand like the gravity of the situation.
Yeah.
I was just on again doing the sevens.
Same
for the ride.
How good's this?
Yeah,
little holiday in Australia.
Wow, yeah. Where we
got Macca's over here. Nice.
It's a big M there. Never seen that before.
Yeah. It's interesting though because there's such a large Fijian community in Brisbane as well. Like even migrating to Brisbane, like you would have been.
Yeah, it was quick.
Blessed to be around so many people from Fiji.
And for us, we have no relations here. Like for our family, no one's like really my blood cousin or so. When I say like Meeks and that, they're not even like my actual cousins, but because we grew up since yay high, everyone's family. Fijian customs and that. Yeah. So it was daunting in that space, but I think that's where Fijian community, because of church, brought us together. Like church brings us that community, like village mentality. Like if something happens, everyone's in there to help, and that's what I love about my culture. Like whoever the grieving family is, they don't do anything during the funerals and stuff. You know, it's everyone else. Community does it. So when we came here, for that reason of evading the coup and all that, like the community really stepped up and supported us and gave us a family that wasn't really meant to be ours. But like you said, because there was such a big Fijian community, we were so lucky, man. I'm so lucky it was Brisbane. Because like I love Sydney, but Sydney is different again.
Different, isn't it?
Different getting into Melbourne.
Yeah.
Brisbane's is more similar to our lifestyle in Fiji because of how relaxed everyone is.
Yeah, it's a lot chill, eh? And you got the beaches, north and south.
Exactly, and just the mentality of Brisbane people, we're pretty chilled compared to Sydney. It's just go.
Do you ever think about what your story would have looked like if you didn't migrate to Australia, if you stayed in Fiji?
Yeah, we spoke about this with my brothers, and probably would have went the other way. I don't think I don't see myself making it in rugby.
What is the life if you stayed in Fiji?
Well, my dad's family were all like criminals.
Criminals?
Yeah. So they've served maybe like 30 plus years in jail.
Right.
My uncles and that, all up. So 3 of them were in jail. The only person that didn't go to jail was my dad.
Really?
Yeah. They pulled off like this bank robbery in Fiji apparently from years ago.
What?
One of the biggest in Fiji, yeah. Probably the biggest in Fiji. It's like, I don't know, something ridiculous. It's over $2 million that they stole.
Right.
But they've never found the money. And I was asking my uncle, come on, mate.
Yeah, mate. Something.
You can tell me now.
Give me that peanut butter.
I know, yeah, exactly. Why am I about the peanut butter? But
So
no, that was their life back then, and they've all given their life to God.
Really?
Now,
They've all turned. Yeah.
They've all turned, and we all live in Vunda Back Road, which is like the near Lotaka. So like Nandi Airport is say central. We used to live in Suva, the main city, and over there, like even now, like I think crime rate's going up and up. Over there
Is it
Fiji.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just especially drugs and that. It's big. But back in then, they weren't. Our family name wasn't held at a great stead at the time, and we lived in Kinoya. So the name of like the street is Savai Street, but Kinoya is the area.
Yeah.
And so their nicknames were used to be like Kenya Heartland. So my dad's got Kenya Heartland tattooed on his back.
Does he really?
Yeah, a lot of them have. So like the short form is Kenyatta.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool. That's their like crew.
That's their crew. Yeah.
So, because obviously our history too comes from Africa, Fijians and that. So that small little part, they weren't known to be like great people. So
you could have gone down another road.
And so my cousins went down that road.
Yeah.
So one of my cousins who lives with my dad now, when I went back to Fiji a couple of weeks ago, I spent time with him. He just got out of jail, 14 years.
Wow.
For armed robbery and assault. He's only a couple of years older than me. But
so you saw firsthand what could have been.
So when I went to 20s, that day I went into 20s, or like the year I went to 20s, he gave himself into the police, was in jail. So when I played Wallabies, everything, he never saw that like outside. He watched it from the inside.
Inside the prison.
And he used to tell me, I went and visited him once, and he used to tell me, hey, you need to start scoring more tries. And I was like, and when the games for Reds, and I was like, oh, why is that? He's like, I'm betting my lunch for you, man. Like, so you can get more lunch.
Please don't do that.
Bro, I was like laughing. I was like, and he's just laughing. He's like, man, I'm going for you, man. So
it's amazing to see them all on the straight, isn't it now?
Man, especially my cousin. So my cousin, I go back now, and I put him in we stayed at a resort for him, and then he just like went around with his partner and just he never had that.
Yeah.
And I feel for him because it was, again, like we spoke about it earlier, like the environment you have around you is so important. And I'm so lucky, even for my own family, especially Islander communities, like someone becomes successful, it's always handouts. And I'm so lucky that my family weren't like that. They're really supportive. Obviously I helped where I needed help, but I was lucky my parents never just told, oh, you need to pay for this, you need to pay for that, because it tends to happen like that.
Some who's made it now, he can...
Mate, first contract with Academy, it wasn't that much. And like, he's made it. Like, like mate, $737 a month. It's not that much.
Settle down.
Yeah, settle down, guys.
Yeah.
The first couple of days of I remember Academy, we would go and like cafe at the first week or so. Then after that, it's noodles, man.
Yeah,
Greens.
Tins of tuna. Yeah.
Oh man, good times.
You mentioned that obviously you went to school with Crystal Tier, and how do you think Brisbane State High sort of shaped you as a footy player? It's such a prestigious school. Do you reckon they, made a lasting impact on you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I learnt like what hard work kind of first looked like in terms of first 15, and
they take it so seriously, the GPS comp.
Michael Grice, so Gricey, who was the SNC at the time, like doing 300s was the worst thing I could think of in my life. Like, oh brother, like think back now, like now I do them, I'm like easy, like kill it. But back then in high school, I think it's the end of the world. I'm like, this guy's crazy, Gricey was the SNC for first, but he was a coach for seconds, and he was the reason why I changed to centers.
What were you previously?
I was locks. I was playing lock. Yeah, I was playing lock for first.
Yeah.
Me and myself and Curtis Browning. Nah, he wasn't at lock. He ended up shifting to lock, but that's where I started. I was playing lock, and then I got dropped from first in 2011 or 2010. And Gricey told me, "Do you want to play centers?" And I was like, "Yeah, man,
easy."
Then after that, bro, it was all just centers. And lucky for Gricey, he got me fit as well. But that's, like you said, a lot of prestigious players come out of there. Yeah,
I had Joel Faulkner on the podcast, and he talked about it. He was just like the training for State High was just it was more brutal than the game itself.
Bro, Sankey Street.
Yeah.
Like, they need to burn that street down. I don't know how people live on there. I don't know how they get their cars up there, but it's one of the steepest hills. Because it's just around the corner from State High, we were constantly running there.
Yeah.
And like on Fridays, we always had a run somewhere in pre-season. So it's either the KP Stairs or, which is Kangaroo Point, or Sankey Street. And, oh man, for my sports block, there's either two ways you go. If you're going this way, you're going to the stairs. And everyone was waiting at this side. But when they made us run this way, you just knew,
like,
oh, man.
Yeah,
And
why
that's
am I
like
doing
after
this?
all the rugby throughout the week,
Yeah.
that was just like a little hitter at the end, you know? So
It's almost instilling that work ethic in you.
It is.
Earlier on. Like, you hate it at the moment, but then looking back on it, you go, thank God I went through that.
Yeah. You understand what's required. That's just like within the timings of training. When I got to the Reds, I learned what's required post that. So think about like after doing all that training and then Woolgina saying, oh, let's go for a little trot. I'm like, what? Like, you know,
trot.
like,
We just had a trot.
We just had trot. Like,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
did conditioning. And he's like, no, we'll just do extras. You need it. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Like, yeah, just
Well, let's talk about that because obviously you made your Reds debut in 2014.
Yeah.
Obviously, they won the comp in 2011. I was at that game at Suncorp against the Crusaders, and you know, I'm sure just like you, I looked up to like Will Genia and Quay Cooper and James Horwell, and they were just like, you know, idols in my eyes.
Yeah.
What was it like making the Reds squad and walking into the, you know, the team and seeing all those players that you looked up to, or seeing the players that you saw on TV, you'd be like, what's going on?
it was really daunting at the start, but then it quickly becomes that what is it, like the environment is high performance, and it hits you real quick, like, hey, this is, because you're like, oh wow,
Bit
and then-
starstruck a little bit,
yeah,
eh?
and they're yelling at you to go home because you can't catch a ball, and you're like, ooh, like just
Have they?
squeeze up. Yeah, man,
Yeah.
not me. It was like Chris Kundrani, he
Yeah.
got done once.
Yeah.
Dropped this like pearl of
Yeah.
a ball from Quady. Quady has told him FO home in front of the coaches, and coaches didn't say anything. Just
So
like,
it's the
that's-
players set the standard.
That's where you live. Like that's where the standard is. But then Quady's the hammer.
Yeah,
Willie's the hammer. And then you got like Benny Taps comes over with the.
cuddle.
It's all right. Just catch the next one. You'll be sweet. Like,
Oh,
Don't worry
right.
about him. Don't worry about him.
Yeah,
All you're thinking is like, if I don't catch this ball, I'm going home. Like I'm
Yeah.
actually going home.
Yeah, crying.
Yeah, crying. And I'm standing there thinking, you better catch this ball, man. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah,
The first, and it was hard for me because my first year there, I was injured from the finals. I did my knee, and then I got back, and then I done my ankle. So then when I was finally like fully fit back, I wasn't like, I wouldn't say I was fit for like Super Rugby. So that's why Willie Genia. He always says it to me now. I was like, nah, he didn't know that, but he always says it to me now. He's like, the reason why I push is because he saw the potential of being a Wallaby.
really?
Yeah,
he said that to you?
Yeah, like just he knew what I could be.
Yeah. Was he hard on you?
Yeah, he was hard on me. Oh, bro, he was hard on me. Quady was hard on me, but Willie was probably the hardest on me.
Was he really?
Yeah. And I'm so grateful for it because now we got a really good relationship. But back then I was like, wow, this guy hates me. Like, he hates me.
Did you believe that?
Yeah, like, oh, like this guy hates me. Because I was roomie with, not roomie, but my next door locker was Kevi, so James Horwell.
Yeah.
So I had the big dog already,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
my side. Like,
Yeah.
every day.
You look
"Do you
after
want a
us.
coffee, bro?"
Yeah, yeah.
Like, you know, like this. He was lovely, man.
Yeah.
James Horwell. And he's another guy, like, his leadership, because, like, his family's pretty, like, you know, well off. He doesn't need rugby, you know, in terms of, like, finance stuff. But the way he pushed himself to be a great leader, to be a great player for Wallaby and Reds, man, and he's a big human, too,
He's
you
a
know?
big human, eh?
Big human. And,
Yeah.
like, guys like Chibba Hansen, like, they held the team together.
Yeah.
He's another guy that always tell me, you're going to be a Wallaby. You're my bolter. He was probably the first one that said it to me.
Really?
Yeah.
What, when you were bloody...
When I first came into the Reds.
Yeah, how old were you? 20?
Uh,
21?
yeah, it would have been 2021.
2021?
This is just at the Reds.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then he was the first one to tell me that.
Yeah.
Um,
Because I saw it when Quay was doing an interview, and he said when they give you like the team sort of schedule, that's like your bare minimum of work that you're doing.
yeah.
Well, if you want to be a Wallaby, it's all the things you're doing outside
Yeah.
the team stuff.
Yeah.
So all the extras you guys are doing. Did you get dragged into?
Yeah, I got dragged into it. I got forced into
You
it.
got forced into
Yeah.
it.
Which I'm grateful for
Yeah.
because I wouldn't, because man, like But the bare minimum is hard. Like, you know, people forget, like, especially preseason with that type of team. That team is they're not slouches. They just came off a win, Super Rugby title.
Yeah.
They lost in the semis.
Yeah, they made the finals.
Yeah.
The last,
those 3-4 years. So, like, that's where they are. And then you get, like, contracted to them. So you're thinking, what the hell? Like, I lost the East finals. Like, I'm not at that level. So you get forced into it, and then not forced, but like it's like a wormhole that you want to be a part of. So then that work ethic, like it just breeds work ethic. When you're seeing the number one halfback in the country doing extras, even though he's the fittest in the team, what are you doing then? That's the question you got to ask yourself when you're seeing him run.
Yeah.
Like, Willie was the premier halfback at the time.
Yeah. It's almost saying, like, if you don't want to be the best, why are you here?
Yeah. And, like, he's fit. Like, he was benching, like, remember when he done his knee or something?
Yeah.
He was benching, like...
His body weight ratio to
No, it was crazy. Like, like almost 200 kilos or something ridiculous, bro.
Yeah.
Like, 180, 200 kilos. Bro, and he's, like, up to my knee, you know? And he'll love me saying that, too. Like, we give each other cracks so much, eh? But, like, his work ethic, Quady's, like, knowledge. His work ethic, too. Like, they all had work ethic.
Still to this day.
Still to this day, bro. You see Quady doing this
doing
stuff.
little stretches and everything.
He's always, like, adapting to learn. But, like, yeah, so in terms of rugby and all that stuff, man, they were it. And then off-field stuff, like how to be good human, I looked at Taps because he was always a lovely fella, like always. Even Diggers, like Digby. But Taps, like, let me take his car for a week because he was like, because I never drank when I was young, so he always let me drive his car and, like, you know, big Chrysler, so, you know, like just little things. Yeah, bro, I had it for a week at home, just like, no one crashed this car. But yeah, it was those learnings, and being at the Reds probably, like, I got more from especially the players. They grew my potential. Yeah,
it would have accelerated your growth.
I think that's the word you use. It accelerated it real quick.
Rapidly, yeah. And that's the thing that I think a lot of people will see the 80 minutes on a Saturday and they'll see, you know, Quade doing the crossfield kicks, or, you know, I that try that Guinea scored in the final, that 60-meter try, like, people see all that, but what goes unseen is the work in the preseason, the work at trainings, all the extras that they're doing to be able to be at, you know, to be the 70th minute in a game,
conditioning
wise, and can just sprint 60 meters, have the energy and the effort to be able to do that
at halfback.
We've
really been doing, like, you know, in rugby, halfbacks run the most.
Yeah, the fittest. Yeah.
You see the work, so you understand why it happens. It's not luck. Luck happens. I think there's a saying, like, luck happens when preparation meets, like, timing or whatever it is, like, you know, opportunity. It all comes together because you've put in the work. You get the confidence from the work. You don't get confidence because, that flick pass worked. Quade does that flick pass all the time.
Was he doing it trainings and stuff?
Trainings and that, like, it's always done all the time, and mucking around in training, like, he saw it, so he just done it. If it didn't work off, he'll practice at it. So all those things across the board, like Mikey Harris kicked the pigskin off a ball, like, and you see it when he goal kicks.
Yeah, and there's high pressure situations
as well. Like, great player, you know, unlucky to not be a regular Wallaby, like Liam Gill, Shawnee McMahon. All those guys have that work ethic too. Like, Gilly's always, even when I was playing with him at D-Rocks, like, in the gym early, working on his prep stuff, working on his shoulder work, because he's a big guy, bro. He doesn't need to be in the gym, but he's in there doing his stuff. So it also helps with longevity in the game, and I wish I learned that even younger. Like, just prepping your body to do those movements. I think when you're young, you can just do them, but
and not have to worry about it.
Have to worry about it. But when you work on the preparation part, even post injury, you have to really be good at it. But if you didn't have an injury and you're still doing it, it helps prevent injuries, because you can't stop injuries. Like, there's things where acute things happen and it just, you know, someone hits you. But, like, things like where ACLs are non-contact, like, it's tough to see, you know. Because now I've done my ACL, when I see it at all, man, my heart breaks for anyone.
Oh, yeah, because you know what they go through.
I know what's going to come next. Like
12 months or more.
Minimum for some people. Like, some people take 13 months. I came back early, which is lucky for me, but everyone says Fijian blood, but man, like there's a lot of work in that as well, you
But
know.
if they put the banana leaves over
Banana leaves,
yep, we're good to go.
You're good to go.
Yeah, it would be incredible, like being in that environment, such a young kid, and seeing all the leaders, you know, all those, world class players, and then only a few years later, 4 or 5 years later, you're captaining the Reds.
Yeah.
Is that wild?
Oh, it was wild for me.
Like to go back and think about the past captains of the Reds.
Yeah.
I think Quaid and Guinea have captained them, James Horwell, like Toto Kefi, John Eales.
Yeah.
And to have
John Eales,
to have your name amongst
that.
them must be crazy to think about.
Yeah, I said no like 3 times. Like,
did you?
Yeah, like because Stolzy made me captain for like a game first. And I was telling him, nah, bro, like come on, like, because Stephen Moore was there. Scotty Higginbotham. So I look up to these guys, man. Just make them captain. But I think they'll look into the future, obviously, and wanted me to take it forward. But to be fair, like even Stephen Moore, we had a shoot for Wallabies once, and he was telling me, you need to captain the team. Like it shouldn't be me. You're more connected to the boys. Like, and I was just like, nah, I've never seen myself as that. Like
you never saw yourself as a leader.
Nah, as a captain. Like
captain.
I'll try to lead in my own way. Mostly through my actions and the way I play. Like I want to go this way, so let's all go this way. But it's always hard to put that into words sometimes. Because I was like, me, I like to take the piss too. So like, it was hard for me like being in that leadership role because like the balance.
To balance it, yeah.
But I think as I got older, like I knew when I'm in work, I'm work, and I'm in work. Like I'm deep in there and just focused. But as soon as I get off, I switch off straight away because I've got to get that balance. Like I've got to play practical jokes. I've got to, but then it just like had to be more balanced where like I got these now. I'm not that young kid anymore.
Yeah.
I'm like heading towards where Willie G and that were at Wallaby at the leadership role in the team. So I had to be understandable with that. Because even when I was young, I always tell, like Willie, when I first got into the Wallabies, I think like the first year, we'd go for coffees and I'm sitting with all the older boys and I'll just bump Willie and like, look at us vets, eh? And he's just looking at me like, shut up. Like, like, because, and again, like the culture shifted. The culture's a big shift as well. Like the dynamic, because the culture today is very different to when I came through. It's hard to put into words because I can't. So like Quady and that came through with like Latham, and all those guys, George Smith, and they're a different breed, right? In terms of on field and off field, great players on field. Off field is real ruthless. It was ruthless on both sides actually. Yeah, I think anyway. Like the way they talk to you, the way like you become in the inner circle, I think it was very different. You had to earn it. Yeah.
Which is very old school.
Very old school. And everyone knows what that means.
Yeah. We all know what that means.
Yeah, like no dickhead policy.
Yeah.
So they came up in that. So Willie and Quady were that when I came in.
So they modeled that to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you see, like I said, when Chrissy dropped the ball or something, there's a story about Chris Altia and Willie G like going at it. Because Chris, I always say, it's probably the first time I say it in a podcast, but I always say to Chris Saltia, you got ADD or something, man. Like, because when he gets angry, he gets angry. Yeah. So he was his first time at the Reds, and him and Willie had a little go at each other. That's a story for them to tell. Yeah. But like, he didn't take shit because that's just how he grew up, and Willie gave shit because that's how they were, So those two worlds collided. Yeah. Then it gets to our crew, where I'm basically same as Chris, but I'm real relaxed. So I'm not like, but when I train, I try to make least mistakes as I can. Yeah. If I do, I'll work on them. But I've never really been like yelled at, But if I do, I grew up in that, in my culture. Like, you're like, yeah, I was wrong. Or if I wasn't wrong, I'll be like, I'll take a time to talk to him later.
You can take that.
I can take it. It's okay. Yeah. I don't think it's criticism. Like, I don't think it's attack.
On personally.
Yeah, personal. So I used to think that, like, slowly, I was like, oh, maybe Willie hates me. But Willie would always tell me after, like, I love you. Like, I do it because I want you to be great. So when I learned that, like, I learned that from in my family, but also in the environment of work or footy, you understand, like, they want me to be better. And yes, there's some guys that will never make a mistake. Even though it's his fault, they won't say it. I'll be humble enough. Yeah, sweet, I got you. Yeah. And then I'll talk to him after and be like, nah, you did this. Like, personally.
Yeah. Not in front of everyone.
Not in front of everyone, because he's a leader. Like, you don't want to,
Yeah.
And people say like, hey, you should go at each other and show the other one. It's like, no, but there's a mutual respect. Like I know what I already know what he's trying to get to me, you know? So it's okay. Like I'll be that guy.
Yeah.
Whereas, so when I was there, Willie and that were like that. And they've changed heaps. They'll tell you they've changed. Because I used to tell Quady, like, in 21 when we came back, I was like, man, you're a dickhead, eh? Remember when you were a dickhead? And he's like, yeah, I was a dickhead. I was like, he's learned so much, though. He's grown as a person.
Yeah.
Like,
matured. I'm sure he's matured on and off the field. Yeah.
You can't just be like that.
Yeah.
But funny enough, when we came back in 21, he was real relaxed. And in training, he would go off here. Whereas then it came to like my era, not my era, but like our age group gap, you know, and it's, so we were both best of both worlds, I feel. We had that like work ethic, no bullshit policy, but then the young kids couldn't take it too like harshly. Some can, like some are really good at it. Yeah. But I think it's because of school, they were praise. So when they don't make it, they throw their toys. Whereas we came from Clubland, you're playing guys like at the filth. Well, like I remember the first time I played the filth, they'll say mean things. Yeah, I was like, why are they saying this? They don't even know me. You know, like, but
that's the shift, isn't it? I feel like when we were going through, you plied your trade at club level. Yeah. And you're versing full grown men
who don't care.
Who don't care about you.
That you're part of the Reds squad. They're like, okay.
Even more, if you're part of the Reds squad,
worse for you.
That's even worse for you because you're more of a target.
Yeah.
And like you go to the filth or you go to like even Jeeps, like Jeeps is like
that
corner.
Bro.
I used to hate being on that wing on that side.
Especially like goal kicking.
Yeah.
But that's what you want though.
Yeah.
Because when you go to international level, that corner's a lot bigger. It's a lot worse.
And like you said, now what's happening nowadays is that they're going pretty much straight from school into a professional environment. And like you said, they're at school getting praise, almost getting superstar status at school, coming to this professional environment, and it's just like,
it's like you can't say that to me.
Yeah.
Mr. Davies never said that to me. You know, like
it's different now, isn't it?
So that mentality. I remember a Wallaby telling me the story. I won't say names because I can't really remember, but when he first went into the Wallaby, this is like just before Quaid, or maybe Quaid's era, but early Quaid's era, like that era. And he sat down with one of the OGs, like with like, I don't know, like older fellas, and he sat next to him at lunch and he's like, oh, so how's your family? And the guy looked at him and goes like, why the F are you sitting here? Like FO, like, you know? And that's at a Wallaby level. So it changed from that to everyone being, it's okay. No, the seniors don't have to sit at the back of the bus. Most caps is not at the back of the bus anymore.
Oh, really?
No, I don't know now. I think still now, still now. Yeah. The older guys sit at the back of the bus, but I think people take it the wrong way. They think it's bullying. But for me, this is how I grew up seeing it. So when you first come, you sit at the front of the bus because you're the first one to get off to get the kit. So you take the kit and take it in, or what's ever left, and the old guys come in late. They don't take no kit because they were at the front of the bus at one stage. And there's not much kit to take. No. It's not that. Obviously, when we're at the airport, everyone helps. When we get off the bus for like a big transfer, everyone helps. Yeah. But in terms of like going to a game, or training, like the young guys go and grab kit where they can. But now we've got so many staff, it doesn't really happen like that. Like the staff grab all the kit, and it's like we're all babied now too.
But it's that small initiation.
But that's where he starts. Like, and that's nothing big. Like you just, because you're first one off. There's a GPS thing down there. Just grab it. It's like being at home. Like if the dishes aren't clean, it's not your time to clean it. Just clean it.
Clean it. Yeah.
It's not that hard. Like so that's what I'm saying. Whereas I grew up with that at home first, just because that's how I was at home. So when it happens in a professional environment, it's all good. If there's rubbish on the ground, just pick it up. Like it's not that hard. So
I've always asked my guests, what are your 3 non-negotiables for living a healthy and full life? For me, it's movement, community, and good nutrition. I've learned that what you fill your body with plays a massive role in how you feel physically and mentally. That's why I use True Protein. They're an Aussie brand doing things the right way. Clean, natural supplements with no artificial additives or fillers. Everything's made in-house in Sydney's northern beaches using the highest quality ingredients sourced from around the world. Whether it's supporting energy, improving focus, or reducing fatigue, their products genuinely help me show up better every single day. And just like Mind Your Head, they live by values I stand by. Be true, be you, and take care of your whole self.
How do you think you change as a leader? I know, I'm sure you would have gone through your own time as, maturing as a person and as a footy player, and you would have seen the generations come through because you experienced sort of Quade's, and Willie G's sort of era of leadership. How did you become a leader and sort of make it your own?
Yeah, because I think it's culture plays a big part of it. Like my background plays a big part of it. Fijians are known to be like relaxed. But because I grew up in Australia, I saw that side of like leadership and authority, I guess it is. So I don't want to say I saw best of both worlds, because there's both negatives and positives on both sides. But I was right in the middle, and a big part of that is because of Taps, Benny Tapawai, where I told you before, he would be the shoulder, but he'd also be like real directive on the field, because you've got to do your job on the field so that everyone can do their job. Yeah. If one piece of the puzzle is not doing its job, it's going to affect everyone. That's the thing with team environment. So, of course, there's going to be hard conversations with people. And I think that's where my balance was understanding a certain person couldn't take that chat on field and having the chat off field.
Also recognising each individual.
You had to.
And had a,
I think so.
Oh, right.
So my close boys, like Chris Saltier, even though he's got ADD, he knows me that I love the fella. So if I tell him off on the field,
you know that
he knows he's not going to be like, oh, F you. Whereas even the other guys I know really well, they might not take it so well. But then as time goes, you understand they can. But young guys, like, sometimes it's not good to like squander them on field, because they might go into their shell. But then there's a balance of like, but then you need to do your job.
Yeah.
Or like off-field stuff. Yeah. If they can't change and not do their job off-field or on-field. And I heard this quote from one of the All Blacks coach I had a meeting with. And he said, I don't know if it's his, but I love it. If you can't change the man, change the man. And it's just like...
I like that.
Yeah. I loved it. I wrote it down. Can't change the man, change the man.
Yeah.
And there's a part where like you have to show care. So the biggest part of my leadership was care. I think for me, like I cared about the boys, but I also care about the team and where we need to be as a team. Care about the coaches, because they're putting in as much, probably more time than we are as players off field. And you got to remember, like, everyone's got going on something in their families and whatnot. So like the way you speak to people, the way you respect them, but the way you show your care, because the way I show my care to the boys that went to church is very different to the boys I went to different school, because they, everyone connects differently, So like that's even with like my religion and stuff. Like I know where I draw the line with certain things, and I'm a sinner. I'm not perfect, but there's certain things that boys know. Oh, I just don't want to do, and but I'll still attend like a party with them, because that's their thing, and I want to be part of it, But you can always draw a line, and they know. Nick Frisbee used to be one where he loves the piss. Frizz loves the piss.
Yeah.
But early on when I was at the Reds, he'd always ask me to drink, and I said, no, I'm good. Yeah. And then to points where like we went to like Pig and Whistle once, and he got me a hot and chocolate, because that's what I always order when I was there, just like, Coke Zero. And it got to the point like they knew, like, my leadership was more of that, like caring enough to understand, hey, this is important to this person. Even if it's not what I believe in, or it's still important to this person, so I'll show up for it.
Yeah, I love that, because you're getting the best out of the person, which is going to get the best out of the footy player too.
Yeah. And then the team
environment,
the team gets that.
Yeah.
So, and it's not easy, bro. Like, because a lot of conflicts. Even some of your closest mates don't do the right thing, and you've got to have that
tough conversation.
Yeah.
Are you okay with having that tough conversation?
Yeah, I'm okay with having the tough, because I think for me is, if you connect more with your teammates and you show that love factor, then it's easier, because they know it's not coming out of here. Oh, you're just the captain. That's why you want to talk to me this way. Yeah. No, you know me. Like, I'm talking to you because you didn't do the right thing.
Yeah, I'm your mate.
Yeah, I'm your mate first, and you did the right thing. You're being a dickhead.
Yeah.
Like, and then they know.
Yeah.
And sometimes the lesson, it has to be in their timing. Like, they might take it real bad, but then it'll always come back. They'll talk to their people, and then it's like, yes.
It's all for the best.
Yeah,
always. Like,
I'm not doing it because I'm a captain. Like, you can take the captaincy, bro. It's all good.
I'll
I'm
still
still gonna have
take
this conversation with you, like,
Yeah,
because it's beneficial for the team. So,
What's something about leadership that no one prepares you for?
I think you come in knowing, like, you're gonna have those kind of tough conversations. I think it's something you know, but sometimes it can go. I notice is like your own performance is really important
As a captain,
Yeah, as a captain, I think you already kind of know that. But
does it put more pressure on you to perform because you are the captain? Like, when you were captain of the Reds, did you ever have to think, I've got to play good because I'm the captain?
nah,
Nah.
I think it's maybe like the ego in me. I was like, I'm gonna to go to another level. I think the competitiveness of me didn't really care. I think the ego didn't care about the C next to my name. It just like it gave me like assurances that was like, oh, the boys do look up to me. So now I get on my back. Like, that's probably the ego in me that just like I wanted to perform anyway. And because 2019 was when I officially became the captain. It was probably one of my best years in Super anyway. So it was just the assurances of I had to do that job first. The first thing I remember talking to like Brad Thorne when he finally actually made me captain, that because I said no at the start. He's just like, just be you. Like, just be yourself, because that's why I'm picking you.
Yeah.
Is because you keep being yourself.
Yeah, don't change.
Yeah, so, because in my head I was like, can I still play tricks? Like, can I still like prank boys? Like, and he's like, just be yourself. Because that gave me real comfort. Like, okay, just be myself.
Nothing changes.
Yeah, nothing changes. Or like just me being me. But then when I went and trained, I was like, I've got to be at the best. Like, just like in terms of I can't speak about it and not be the one doing it either.
Yeah. You got to set that standard, don't you?
Yeah. So I think it's more setting a standard, and I think what people. So to answer your question, like for something that they don't really prepare you for is the effects it has on your family. I think is probably something that because it's about you at the time, you don't realize like everything you do has a reaction or has a consequence. So like you're the captain, you do something off field, it's gonna come back harder.
Not just on you, but your family.
Yeah, on your family too, family name. So I've always carried my family name with real delicacy because of what it's come from. And when I go home to Fiji, my uncles always tell me that. Like probably every time I go, it's like, man, you changed the family name from criminals to, so when they type it in Google, it comes up as rugby players. So I'm real, how do you say, like real delicate with that. Understanding. That's I think it's one thing that you don't really get prepared for as well. I think your family will tell you like, hey, be a good person. But like everything you do.
Well, I noticed that in with a lot of like either NRL players or rugby union players, where something happens off field, and it's not just the person or the player that gets criticised. It's the kids at school. Yeah, they get bullied because of it. Yeah. You're so and so's dad or son or whatever it is. You're married that person. Yeah. It affects everyone's life socially outside of just that one person.
Yeah, I think that's one thing that people don't realize. It can. I think, and it's like it's so much bigger now because of social media. Like people just over the keyboard typing things in that they may not ever say to you
face to
face. But I learned that when I was young, just because of what my family had been through already, like understanding where in the village their name wasn't really held at high stead, whereas now, like they're all in the big meetings and stuff like that. My dad and uncles. So I know I've got that responsibility, and when you do wear your name, your family name, you have a responsibility. When you are part of the Queensland Reds team, or Uriasu D-Rocks, or Wallaby, you do have a responsibility to the guys that's come before you, because they've laid the platform. It's an organisation, but it's also a team that everyone resembles their life with. So the jersey's never yours. So when you wear it, you understand you never really take it off. Like you never really take it off. Like you're always going to be a Wallaby. I'm always going to be Queensland 1270.
Yeah.
Wallaby 892. Like, you know, I'm always going to be that. So it's not my identity, which is really important to learn along the way, but it is part of my life.
Like, journey,
your journey. So it was a part of your life that will stick around because it's a jersey that I have at home hanging there, and be proud of it. Like, you know, it's a hard place to get to because
not many people get there. If any, like, I think it's out of all the rugby players that are trying to get there, I think 1% make Super Rugby, and then even a smaller percent make Wallaby. So
so it's really hard. Like, and even as a Wallaby, I think it's about to crack 1,000 now, but All Blacks is at
2,000.
Yeah, pretty sure one. It's been like it's longer than because I was 892. When I debuted, I was 892, and my winger was 800. I was Adam Cooper.
Wow.
Yeah, I was 82 players after him.
Incredible. Well, let's talk about that Wallabies because I'm sure that would have been such a proud moment, not just for you, but your family.
Yeah.
Being proud Fijians, but also your adopted country.
Yeah.
Were they over the moon representing the Wallabies?
Yeah.
Were they?
My dad calls me, he always calls me like the white boy.
The white boy?
Yeah, because like building Australia, like I always say like I'm plastic.
Yeah.
And my other nickname is the Wallaby. So every time he messages me,
he's the Wallaby.
Like, good morning, Wallaby.
Yeah.
My Wallaby boy. Like, you know, my mum is like, they're real proud
of
me becoming a Wallaby. I'm proud of becoming a Wallaby.
You are, yeah.
Yeah. Like, when you crack the Reds, like, what's next? Like, you know, when you're playing good footy and then you get a tap on the shoulder, you're just like, nah, you're kidding. So I'm so grateful for Michael Checker giving me the opportunity. And to be fair, it was even who was the coach before the Reds' old coach,
Ewan McKenzie.
Yeah. So in the 2014 spring tour, I was meant to go on there as well. I had my like visas and that ready, and then that thing happened where they changed.
Yeah.
So I didn't go to that, but then Checker picked me for the first squad, with the Wallaby. And there's the World Cup squad. I didn't make the World Cup team at the end, like the World Cup squad, but like the prep, bro, I was just like, oh.
Could you believe that you were there? Were there some parts of you? I know you're so confident in that time of your life because you know you're killing it Super Rugby, but when you make that next step to international,
I was back at that 7 stage, just like
were you back at that 7 stage, just going
like learn everything I can if I'm in the team,
absorb everything,
but like it's so hard for me at that time. That's me personally, like to like. Not sit and just be like, you know who my roomie was the first time? It was Izzy Folau and Tavita Kurandrani. They were my first roomies. Like, so I'm just like,
legends.
Like, you know, like Izzy Folau was like standing there, like, oh, bro, come take the master bedroom, bro. I'm just like, nah. I'm good. I picked the smallest room and just stayed there. Going to coffee with Adam Cooper and you know, Mate Ghetto.
Yeah.
You know,
who are icons of Australian rugby.
Like, just...
Did you feel like you belonged?
Nah.
No.
I was just this... But every player gave me confidence. Like, Slippy looked after me at camp. He drove me to camp with him, to Sunny Coast. That's where camp was. So he picked me up, dropped me home in his X6 or something, because we were sponsored by BMW. He had this sick car. My first camp was with him, like him driving me. All Genya. Like, I was lucky because the Reds boys are all there. Like, you know, so I had a big crew of boys.
Familiar faces.
Yeah, familiar faces. But then, like, Mummy, Dean Mum.
Yeah.
You know, Pilota now.
Yeah.
Skopa Keps and all those guys. Like,
what a team, mate. Like, what a...
But I look back at that team, like, that 2015 team. They made it to the final. I was there at the start, just training with them, like, getting flogged at Sunny Coast. So, like, I got, like, a lot of pride in, like... But then that next year, I was like, nah, I want it.
You want it?
Yeah. Missing out on the World Cup. Even though I didn't really think I was going to go, but the competitiveness inside you wants to be part of it. I was grateful because I stayed and played. I actually played more games for NEC and RC, and I'm getting like Player of the Year that year. So that gave me more confidence. Like, I just felt like, oh, this is my level, and I owned it.
Yeah,
so I'm ready for next one.
Yeah,
I already owned Super. I've already owned this. What's next now?
Yeah, I feel like when you got that first taste of the Wallabies camp, you thought, this is it. Like, this is what I want. I want this.
Exactly. Especially when it ends, you're just like,
you don't realize it until you get that first taste, and then it ends, and you think, oh, nah, this is where I want to be.
Yeah. 100, bro. Yeah. And like going into, like, we had like a room where you come pick up your kit. Like, Like even that, like you just like pick up your kit, go pick up your Samsung phone, go Skins. If you need insurance, if you need a mobile phone, like so Samsung gave us free phones. Like I was just like
this is incredible.
This is crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Like, it's crazy. Like all this stuff I used to pay for, it's all free now.
Yeah.
2XU or Skins, like it's $190.
Yeah.
I'm getting it for free, whichever one I want.
So when did you make your debut? And who'd you
2016 against England.
Against England at Suncorp.
Yep. Like just to do it at home.
Yeah.
In front of family.
How many tickets did you have to buy that game?
None.
None.
Gratefully, just whatever. I mean, I need. Paddy Mollahan was our manager at the time. He came up to me and like on a Tuesday,
couple hundred.
No, sorry, on a Thursday. Yeah, he's like, oh, when I got named, I was shocked. There, I was like, oh, I was like, my heart like sank, and like I was again lucky. Grew up with Tiviti Kurandrani. He was my center partner. So I had that like
connection there already. Yeah,
already like he looked after me. So like,
and he's a beast as well. Yeah,
legend, bro. Like one of the best to ever do it. So, Paddy Mollahan just told me, oh, I mean, you need, you let me know. Check my phone. So I just wanted the important people there. Yeah, so my family was there, the ones that, or then like again like my support system, like my cousins and that. Just like, we'll get our tickets or like for games and stuff. They'd rock up, you know. So really grateful, man.
And I think you're very blessed to have so many, I think, loving friends and family around you. That would have seen the rise from you.
Could have been different. Could have gone a different route. Like, and you've seen it with footy players because of the surrounding environments and the people. I'm not saying they're bad people, but they take them to, you can still do this or you can still do that, and then it affects the rugby. And I think, for me, as a young guy coming through, that stuff will always be there. Like, I feel like, you miss a birthday party or miss a wedding, and it sucks. I understand, I know. But if you want to be in the top percentile of great players, you're going to have to sacrifice that time. You're going to have to not be at that party or not go to that girl's house or not drink that beer or take that thing. Like, you know, you're going to have to, because if you want it, if you don't, if you just want to cruise like at Sevens, it's all good. Like, you know, like when I was there at the Sevens with you guys, like just happy to be there. That's all good as well. Like no one's going to hurt you, you know, but
it's just acknowledging what you want out of it.
Like what you have to know.
You have to know, like if you just want to play club footy and not reach your full potential and be okay with that,
There's nothing wrong with that.
That's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
But if there's a bit of you that goes, I want to see how far I can take this. You know, I have dreams to play for Reds or dreams to make the Wallabies. All right, work back from that. What do I got to do?
Yeah.
You know, you like you said, you've got to say no to birthdays. You got to say no to weddings. You got to say no to going out with the boys on a random like Friday or Saturday night.
But it also affects your like relationships. Like I've never had I'm not married, and I'm hoping this next partner will. But like, she understands because she plays footy, but like that, like it takes a toll on her. You know, me being away in Japan, me chasing something more than myself, like it all takes a turn. And again, like you need a real supportive partner for that. I'm real grateful for mine. I need a supportive family for that to understand. Like I didn't. My grandfather's getting older and older, but I barely see him this last 6 years because when I do come back, I went to the Wallabies. So I think I said it to you outside. It's been a blessing. I've been here now. And not make the team because I've got to spend time with my granddad every day and like get to go look at houses together. He just loves it. Like, you know, get to spend time with me, to drive places, go cafe.
It's quality time that you're never going to get again. Like.
And because living in Japan, it's hard, you know, and so that like draws me to come back as well here. But I know there's like financially trying to set up the family long-term in Japan. There's all these things going on I'm in a different part of my career too. There's some other boys, but again, the goal and the mentality is still the same. Be the best as you can be, so that everything else sets up for you. You know, and
I think that's a byproduct, isn't it? If you try to be the best person, the best footy player you can be, everything else will follow through.
Sorts itself out.
Yeah,
and it's hard though, because you lose relationships along the way.
Have you lost some?
Yeah, for sure. I've definitely lost like in terms of partners, in terms of friends. I think it's just like time kind of just drifts apart because people get so busy. I'm real grateful that my boys from school, we still all on the same WhatsApp chat.
Hey, yes?
Yeah, it's still there. There's like 6 or 7 of us.
That's awesome.
We still try to catch up when we can when I'm home. Like one of them lives in Sydney now. But the rest of them still here in Brizzy and still catch up, go get a feed. And the funny thing, we're still laughing about the same thing from back in the day, just because it like brings us together.
But that's the best thing ever. Like I do the same thing with my mates that I've been in grade 1 with. I've known them for 30 years.
Yeah.
We all catch up still, and it's the same shit talking that we say. But it's the funnest time, and it all grounds us.
Yeah, yeah.
Regardless of what's going on, like everyone's got kids going on, or they got families, they got stressful lives going on. We all get together, and it's just for a couple of hours.
Just the hours, it's not even a day. Like it could be 3 hours. And it just like resets, like
for sure,
man. Like where people are in different levels of their life and stuff, and it's really a blessing to like know them, because sometimes I'll see the girls from school and I ask, you still talk to? They're like, no. I was like, man, you girls are different, man. Us boys still have the same WhatsApp chat. You know?
For sure.
Because we try to do like, this was like years ago now, to try to do a reunion. Yeah. And even my boys like, nah, we'll just do our one, man. I was like, come on, boys, let's go see everyone.
Like a school reunion.
Yeah, school reunion.
Yeah, I miss out on mine. Going back to the Wallabies, I think I've always wanted to sort of know what was it like playing the All Blacks the first time, a team that we would have, both of us would have idolised growing up. Watching the haka, watching, Dan Carter, Rich McCaw, Ma'a Nonu, like just legends, almost seem not real. And then facing them, what was that like?
It's weird, like in the moment, it's nothing. I don't feel anything. Because like competitive like nature, again, I said like you just want to compete. And then after, when you go share, like they're having beers and the change and stuff. I'm like shaking your hand like this, like, hey, mate. But on the field, like pushing them over, like, get out of me, like it's crazy like that. Even the haka, like I thought I'd at the time, because you built it up so in your head, but when I got on the field, I was just like pick someone out. And it was mine, like he's mine, like or
who did you pick out?
I was looking at Rico.
We were at Rico.
Yeah. He's a good mate of mine.
Like, is he?
Yeah. I love the way he does. I was more in awe of like the performance. Yeah. Like because in my mind they're setting down a challenge, and we're accepting. So that's what I felt like. Just again, gratitude to be there.
It's a privilege, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
It is.
To be challenged. To be good enough to be challenged. I take it with utmost love and gratitude, and be like, yo, sweet, we're on. Like you're just in awe of it. Like, but when you're watching it, you're just like, wow, like it's fierce, like from TV.
From TV.
But when you're in it, you can't be scared of it. You have to step into it, like, and just embrace
it.
Yeah, because it's as much as it's a challenge, and they're trying to. No, I don't know if they're trying to show fear. They're trying to
intimidate or
anything. But I think it's a lot of respect from them to like, hey, we're laying down this challenge. It's for you to accept. And their challenge has been keep beating me, so I've only beaten them like twice, I think, or once. Yeah. Tough to beat them, But like, you love that. That's why we compete.
What makes them so special? Do you think?
Culture, definitely. I think they simplified the game before they got to the All Blacks. The game was simplified from school. The way they learn the game is very different to us.
Massively. That's something that I picked up when I was playing over there. Was that
skills and that?
Yeah, man, the skills. And I always got asked when I came back, what's their secret? And I just noticed that from prop to fullback. Everyone had the same skill set. A prop could slot into first receiver and throw a pass. They could identify space, the vision and stuff. And like another thing was their like the ability to identify talent wasn't determined on a size or a skill set or
a gym number.
Yeah, all that. Like
it's probably the biggest problem we have, I find.
Damien McKenzie, I felt like he wouldn't have made it in Australia because straight away Australians would have gone, he's too small. Yeah, he wouldn't have made it. Yeah. But in New Zealand, they're like, yep, he's tiny. He's 80 kilos.
For some reason, they look at his skill.
Yeah.
They look at his ability to work through contact. And then, I don't know if they identify it, but they see this a lot as well.
They show faith in it. A lot of heart,
Like I played with D-Max.
Yeah.
He throws himself into contact.
He throws all his body into contact.
He does not care about the consequence. And I always tell him, like, brother.
Yeah.
Like, you have the same mentality as me, but you're not even close to my size. And you just laugh. He just laughs.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
So
That's what I think as well. Yeah.
Yeah, that's I find there's a difference. We pick numbers, we look at numbers and stats, which is important, but it's not all of it. And the perfect example, even though it's a whole different sport and a whole different level, is Tom Brady.
Yes.
I know that's it's 1 in a million, right?
Yeah.
But
to be the last one drafted, to get ranked,
and like he was in the backyard of his home state, which is, was it 49 of San Francisco?
Yeah.
Like he was there for them to take.
Yeah.
And could have been the next big thing for them, which they already had that legend.
Yeah.
But like, and that's hard. That's a hard one. That's like 1 in a million again.
Yeah. But it happens all the time.
Yeah.
It happens all the
time. But then you get the other side, like LeBron James. All the numbers, everything.
It still turns out to be the man.
Still turns out to be the man. Like that's rare as well.
Yeah,
Like, so I think it is hard, but I think you can simplify the game in Australia.
Yeah.
Cut the costs.
Cut the costs. Yeah.
Bring in more people, like especially like the juniors and stuff like that. Just one thing I always tell my niece, because she's pretty good now. She's heading to Queensland, whatnot, sevens, whatnot. I keep telling her, just enjoy it, man. Like if you don't love it, and again, that's probably I love the hard work. Like, I actually do. I love that you have to do extras. I love when you're doing conditioning and you can taste the blood in your mouth because your throat's like burning. Like you have to love that space.
Yeah.
Because if not, you don't really grow from it. You can just sit in this
comfort zone. You get nothing from it.
Get nothing from it, bro. So I told her don't fall out of love with footy, because I've seen a lot of my mates happen. Like you would have seen it in school. I know so many more talented people than I that didn't make it because they fell out of love with footy.
The burnout. Why you stop playing for? I burnt out. I'm like, man.
Just like one opportunity, one injury, and you're just like, I don't want to do that. Like I grew up with these two twins, Palupe twins, Elijah and Elisha, and they were freaky, bro.
Right.
Like to this day, maybe Corey Jane has a better palm, but these two, bro, the way they palm people off.
You're not getting anywhere close to them.
Bro, left that imprint on people's chest through their back. Like, that's how hard these guys are. Like, and their dad was tough on them. Yeah. Great upbringing in terms of, like, tough love. But they were athletes, bro. Like, big boys, could play. And then, like, I thought they would go all the way. See, like, in school, that's who I thought, they're going all the way. All part of, like, the Raiders squads and stuff like that growing up. Yeah. Same with Chrissy Saltier.
Yeah.
Like, so that's why I never saw myself when we were young, because like you seeing these guys,
freaks,
play way better than me, bro.
Yeah,
but again, like the work ethic, the hunger, it all comes together, and it starts saying, something about talent and hard work.
Yeah, hard work beats talent. Yeah, when talent doesn't work hard.
Yeah, like exactly that.
Yeah,
and again, but it comes from loving that hard work. You've got to love to do it. Like you've got to have a love for it. And you can take that into any aspect, in any sphere of life. Like being a doctor, like you're putting in time and effort, overnights. Being a surgeon, you want to be particular.
You're doing 12 years of study. Bro, you got to love it.
Yeah, you've got to have like, and then you have a purpose soul behind it.
Yeah.
Like to save lives. They're a whole different breed. Like they're the real heroes.
Yeah.
They're saving lives. Policemen, like all the stuff, policewomen and all that. Like nurses, it's a hard job to do, but having purpose behind it, having the work ethic and loving it. And for me, like because of my faith, like when God gives you a talent, you have to do the best of the ability. So for me, that's my purpose in this period of my life. Get what I can out of rugby, but also use my platform, like you said, speak life into people and lead them to what I believe for my faith, but just lead them in a good way, and not just with my words, but with my actions. Yeah. So if I'm telling someone work hard and I don't even do them, or they look through my career and be like, where did you do it? Like, how can you?
You're a fraud. Yeah.
I feel like, that's like psychotic again, like trying to tell people to do things that you wouldn't do. Like,
and I see that a lot as kids nowadays is losing their love for footy.
Yeah,
I feel like
for sure.
You watch a lot of like GPS footy, or it's becoming so serious now that kids are getting signed, at year 11, year 12 to these full-time contracts, getting paid more money than the parents are on, and all of a sudden it goes from the love of the game to
a job.
To a job.
Yeah.
And it shouldn't. I don't agree. It should be like that.
Yeah.
You should never be able to lose that, especially so earlier on, to think, oh shit, now I'm getting paid. Now this is my job. I'm 16, 17 years old.
Yeah.
No, that love should always be there with you.
Yeah.
Rather than saying the pressure, all of a sudden the pressure's on.
Yeah.
And you know what social media is like nowadays?
It's gotten so much worse. Yeah.
Gotten so much worse. I didn't grow up with that.
Neither.
So it was just a time. I see them with kids now. It's just like you have one bad game, or you're heckled. You're that online bullying's there, and it's a different life than what we grew up in.
I just think different motivations as well.
Yeah, big time.
Like you said, if you implement money early, what are they striving for then? You know, when these young kids come out of high school and they're on 100K already. You don't get an understanding of life, like
the real reality of life.
Value,
like that's not normal.
Yeah,
yeah,
that is not right.
Yeah,
like, the value of 100K becomes real. It just doesn't become clear to you. Like I'm only 16 years old. I'm on 100K. You think, oh, that's normal now.
I think that corrupts kids' perception of what reality actually is, and they think. I think bare minimum now, I think the minimum wage is 150. So kids come out of school getting 150 thinking that's the minimum.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's, minimum for life. And I'm like, that's the maximum that some people ever get paid.
That's the 1% percentile.
Yeah. And it's just, it's crazy to think about where it's sort of heading now with all the money involved. And
especially in league and that.
Oh, yeah.
I would want to know the numbers of kids that come through because leagues are still young. So like Nathan Cleary, I believe he's the GOAT because, frick, man, who wins 4 premierships in a row?
Yeah.
But he's, so how old is he? Probably 24, 25?
He's 27.
Yeah, 27, right?
Yeah.
That's still young, right? And who would have fly halves that go till 32. So if he's been there since 19 and he goes for the next 10 years, those kids in that period that are 19, when do they play? Like, you know?
Exactly.
Like, because league's age is so young, they just filter out. Because if you don't crack it in 3-4 years... then coming back and cracking it at like 26, 27, which is still fine.
Yeah. It's harder to do.
They're harder to do because, I'll just take the 19-year-old kid that does the same thing as you, but he's 19.
Yeah, I got more growth out of him. I got more years out of him.
Like, it's so hard. And even though there's, 16 teams in league, I want to see the rate of them spitting out players.
So Phil Gould was talking about it on one of the footy shows, and he said out of all the NRL all the young kids coming through, he said only like 3% make the NRL, 1% they play 150 games, and then like 0.01 make 200 games at the NRL. So like all the kids trying, 97% of kids don't ever make it.
So that's 4 years.
Like so that's crazy.
Your period. That's why I'm always like grateful every day I walk into my team. This is. It's 2013 to now, so like 12 years been going, 11, 12 years.
Fuck, that's crazy.
Yeah, very blessed.
Yeah.
Played 50 games for the Wallabies, 73 for Reds. Like, I've had an awesome career already, like just in terms of like Super Rugby. I was there for 6-7 years. Now I'm in Japan for 6-7 years.
Crazy.
Like, so
what made you decide to go to Japan? I know it would have been a massive call. Not just for you, but your family too. To, you're obviously killing it at the Reds, captain of the Reds. Starting Wallabies center. In your prime, to make the call to go over to Japan. What went into that decision?
A lot of factors. The stuff that happened with Izzy played a big role as well.
How so?
Just didn't feel we didn't feel neglected, but just like it kind of shocked me. Like, oh, is this where it's heading? Like, I can't like speak about my faith.
Getting sacked for his religion, pretty much.
Yeah. But then you would have kept up with the news the last couple of years. No one's gotten sacked for what they've done.
No one.
So it's like people are getting charged or whatnot. But yeah, it was such a weird time.
I can imagine.
You know what I mean? So like, we know what's going on with certain players from rugby union to rugby league to soccer, whatever it is. Things happening throughout time now, since that time, and I don't hear anyone getting sacked. You know what I mean? So from that's what I felt that time. That's one not big aspect, but like it
plays its role.
Yeah, it played a role
Yeah.
because it just put a real bit of taste in my mouth,
Mm.
like at the time. And then my little brother just started uni in Japan. I wanted to be there with him. Financially, it was way better, like way better compared to what I was getting offered here. I think like I'm not shy to talk about it because I think players need to know more about like their worth, because everyone probably would have been like, oh, he's asking for money, blah, blah, blah. But you don't know what I sacrificed 5 years earlier. I took pay cuts for 5 years so that I wouldn't go to a different team. I wanted to play for the Reds, and I only wanted to play for the Reds at the time. I took pay cuts because Melbourne were offering me like $300,000 more to go different team. But I stayed at the Reds, took my pay cuts. Not pay cuts, but I just like I wanted to be there, you know? And you think at the end,
taking less money.
Yeah, taking less money.
Yeah.
At the end, you get like
reimbursed for it, I guess.
Yeah. No, yeah. Like the loyalty will come back.
Yeah.
Not just from the Reds.
Yeah.
The Reds did a great job. It's like from RA, everything at the time. And it didn't happen the way I thought it would. So then I talked to other clubs, and then these guys who I didn't do anything for showed love, and I was like, that much love? Are you sure? I was talking to my manager, are you sure? Like,
how many zeros are there?
What is this, yen or Fijian dollars?
Were there other teams that sort of showed interest around the world?
Yeah. France was big.
France was big
in my last negotiations as well.
Tempted?
They were bought. They offered more to go to France. But I wanted to stay close to my granddad.
Yep.
Time zones, only 1 hour apart. So in terms of that, I was very grateful. And at the end, the real decision, because I ended up getting, I guess, the money that you wanted in Oz Rugby, but I sat it down. But it was like more the principle, like that's another aspect, like just the negotiations that went with it. Like,
was it tedious?
Oh, bro, like,
was it
grateful for a manager? Because if it was me, I would have just been like, nah,
shit.
like, but again, that's why you pay people to do certain jobs. And another thing about like how I grew up, like this guy, yes, he takes a percentage of your contract, but he does his job. You know, this guy does this for you, so that's why you pay these guys. Trust them. Like, people always chopping and changing managers. Oh, this manager can tell me. Obviously, a manager's going to tell you he can do better for you. Like,
he wants you.
Yeah, but if you trust that guy from the start and you have that relationship,
you must feel very blessed that you found management that you've had since you were a kid.
Yeah,
that only they look out for you as a player, getting your worth, but also as a person as well.
Oh, more as a person than anything.
Yeah,
and everyone always hated on Anthony Piccone at the time for me leaving. But if they knew the conversation I was having with him, he wanted me to stay and be a Wallaby. You know, he was just like, he just loved seeing me as a Wallaby. Even though the money wasn't, even though overseas was better, but everyone's like, oh yeah, you pushed him away. It's like, nah, it was my decision. Like,
how's that narrative that gets spun by the media too? That,
so bad.
You know, the player agents are all out to get money. They're trying to get their players to get contracts. It's like, you actually don't know what the conversations are like behind doors.
Nah, it is his job to get us the contracts, right? But the conversations behind doors is so different. You know, I got Shane Arnold sitting in one chair, Shane Drum was sitting in another one, and Anthony Piccone was sitting on. We put out all the stops in terms of positives, negatives, long term, tax from the side of tax, from the side of playing ability, side of legacy.
Yeah, legacy, big
like
line,
everything, like you know. So what's important to me? Is it legacy or is it my family?
Because you got to choose. You got to choose
That's
one day.
You got to choose because you can't have best of both worlds. But for me, it was like first thing again, like what happened with Izzy and stuff. Like my faith is gonna be number one. So how do I feel about doing this and doing this? Am I doing it for the right reasons? Am I going because of my ego or am I staying because of my ego? Like all these things can play a part. But at the end of the day, it's my decision.
Yeah.
So when a guy leaves a stage, it's not the manager saying, yeah, you should go, it's better for you. He'll give his best advice. Oh, I think you should stay.
Yeah.
You know, probably two guys out of the three guys that advised me, two of them were saying, I think you should stay. It's great for legacy and stuff. But also, if you go, it's great for this as well. Set up your family.
And I think another thing a lot of people don't realize, especially in the media, is especially with Fijian players, is that we get the big contracts. You're actually supporting your family, you're supporting your village, isn't it? Like we spoke about, you know, the running water, the electricity,
that,
you know, you mentioned before that, you know, your house has now got 3 bedrooms or whatever it is. Like you're supporting your village.
Yeah.
You know, that decision it goes far beyond yourself.
Yeah.
It goes all the way to your family.
Yeah, legacy becomes like to the side.
Mm.
And if you get both, it's probably great for you, but your family is the ones that sacrifice a lot for you to be there. Like for me, I'm a migrant, you know, immigrant, sorry. Like, you know, so I came from Fiji with not much, earned it through my grandfather, got to go to nice schools and stuff. And I had a really blessed life when we came to Australia. Very blessed compared to my brothers. So, but it all goes back. You know, you want to support your brothers because they've loved you no matter what. They don't, you know, the funny thing is my 2 brothers, this is honest truth, hand on my heart, they've never asked me for money.
Ever.
My 2 brothers in Japan, they have never asked me for money. And everyone like was shocked when I say it, but like I promise you, they've never asked me. My little brother, never asked me like to be, oh, can you send this? Never.
Yeah, your shout.
I just do it because I know I got it.
Yeah.
Like if I've got it, I got it. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? So I do things for my brothers because I want to do it, because I know he's struggling, but doesn't even ask me. But I want to do it anyway. But they have never, hand on my heart, they've never asked me for money.
Yeah. How difficult was that decision? Because I know at the time, I think the rule is still now that when you left to go to Japan, you couldn't represent Australia.
Yeah. Leaving to Japan.
Like you knew that, didn't you?
Yeah. I knew I'm not going to wear this jersey again unless I came back after 3 years on my contract. So I knew that. So part of me was like, oh, if I did, I'll come back, then I'll play again. Hopefully I'm a better player. And then had to only wait like 12 months and I was playing again. I was like, cool.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
I like this.
What do you guys want, man?
Yeah.
So I came back in 21. So I missed that 2020 season.
Yeah.
And played in 21. So I guess that's like having your cake and eating it too.
Yeah.
And maybe like the part of it was scary was like, oh, maybe players would be off it, you know? But when I got into the Wallaby squad, Lenny Ikitaz and all that, like they were a new crew.
Yeah.
Like, man, at the end of it, we were tight as,
Yeah. Do you think that rule needs to change? I know you're a current player now. It's probably hard to comment on it, but to be able to let players, you know, get the contracts overseas, but not punish them and not be able to play for the Wallabies.
I look at it from a different lens.
Yeah.
I look at it from development point of view. So in terms of development, they don't have there's a lot of red tape around that too, though. Why I would be against it is because, like, for myself now, like insurance, covering insurance, not being able to see me day to day or Super Rugby. Yeah, you can watch a game, but you're not like you can't go to D-Rocks and see how training is. The loading is different. All that is different.
Yeah.
But then we kind of threw that out the door when we came back in 21.
Yeah, killed it.
Like, you know what I mean? So you want the best when it's great for you, but then you don't, like, in terms of RA, like, when it's working for you guys, you love it. But then when it's not, when someone gets injured or whatever, or not playing well, then you're like, oh no, we don't need them. The reason why I'm talking about the lens I see it from development point of view is why I would do it is so that the young guys can get paid what they're worth, and you let the top guys go. So South Africa does it now, because then it comes back to the player to stay at that test level. You may not get it in terms of playing footy, but if they're at that level already, they know what test level is going to be like. So they know what to get their body to. So in 21, when we came back, everyone was like, they played Japan rugby, it's not going to transfer. Well, it did. And it did really well. Because Japanese rugby is very fast.
Is that their style of rugby?
Yeah, it's very fast. So decision making is a lot quicker.
Yeah.
So your skill set have to be better.
Yeah.
Right? So quick hands, seeing space earlier, identifying space. Yes, the defense is different to test level or Super Rugby, right? But Super Rugby is still premier to top league, right? But for Quay Cooper, he's played enough tests to know what's coming, right? You don't have to keep telling him. So if he plays in Japan, he came back, why do you think he was the premier 10 than the guys playing a Super? He's played more games than all 10s put together.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm saying that group should be able to go if they want. go and get their money and still be picked for Wallabies, just so you can use that money for grassroots.
100%.
And the younger group coming up, I think that's where I'm talking about from a development lens. That's where I see you get best of both worlds, because then these guys are staying more at home, and it's just like a transfer. So these guys move to this spot, these guys come through, these guys go there, and then they finish. Yeah. Or if you still want to bring them back, great. Yeah, for experience,
it's opening up more spots and more availabilities, and like you said. But another thing is, like, if players choose to go overseas and play, like my opinion on that is, a lot of the comps around the world are insanely competitive comps. If you go play in the France, that's better than the Super Rugby.
I would say at this moment,
it's probably better than Super Rugby. So if you're playing in that competition, that you're getting the skill set, the competition. You're elevating as a player.
But then, like, from an S&C point of view, they'd be like, it's slower, but it's more physical. So this is the thing. Like, Will Skelton doesn't need to be taught how to be physical. No. You know what I mean? So, like, if you're going to try to put him in a perfect spot, it would be in Japan, because then he can get his running load in Japan and still be physical. So that's why it's kind of like great for me, because physically, the physical contact, I love that. Yeah. So that's what my upper hand in Japan, because I love that space. Like, you can try to come at me high, I love it. But I get to run and be like the Japanese and learn how to run heaps. Still maybe not the same as the Super Rugby boys, but it's a good balance for me. But so I go to France, maybe I get bigger. Maybe it's a slower game for me, and I'm just a crash ball.
So it suits you nicely.
Yeah, which probably suits me way better. Yeah. But in Japan, I have to be fit, and the skill set side. At 12, I don't want to just be crash ball. I have to learn to kick, short game, long game. All these other things come into play. So,
what about lifestyle away from footy in Japan?
Oh, Europe would be better.
Oh, would it?
I think from seeing everyone, like, going to Spain for your week off. But I love Japan, and I tell this to people. When you're in Europe, you earn your money because you're playing 30 plus games, right?
You're playing a lot of games,
A lot of games. But in Japan, I play less games. It's still physical, still daunting. But in the 3 months I have off, I can just come and have Europe summer. So I can get best of both worlds, whereas you guys get 4 weeks off in Europe. Yeah. That's the only, that's the balance you got to think about. But they're like, the lifestyle's better. Yes, I can have that lifestyle for 3 months.
If you had your time again, with all the information that you know, would you still make the same choices?
Probably, yeah.
You would?
Yeah. Maybe the only difference would be if I didn't get injured, maybe come home.
Yeah.
And if I've, like, because being overseas, like, if you've done enough financially that you're secure, then you can come home. Because, like, you don't get that at home. Like, you're still getting paid, and that's not being ungrateful with the pay here, but it's a big difference. But hopefully this Lions series in the World Cup helps.
For sure.
But more so, like, again, that lens of development for the young guys coming through, so that they don't feel like the need to leave. But I think, like, looking at Cristiano's pay, everyone's like, nah, we should be getting more. Like, no. Like, be grateful for 100,000. That's still a lot of money,
when
man.
When are the Saudis going to come to rugby?
Yeah.
How do you mentally prepare for big games? Do you have, like, a process you go through, a little ritual? Or?
Yeah, before the game, every game's a big game for me. I learned that the last couple of years after being injured, being grateful to be in a match day is like, my heart jumps for joy. I wake up pretty late, like 9 or 10. Even in Japan, our game's at 1 or 2. Walk through would be like at 10. So I'm always I sleep in, try to get like 10 hours. Yeah. And that's nobody like. You ask my teammates, they're just like, here he is, 10 hours sleep again. Try to get 10 hours.
You still do that. That's incredible.
10 hours sleep. Go have, like, I'll eat like brunch. If it's a late game, I'll eat like brekkie and stuff. But probably religiously what I do is like I'll stretch and stuff. Get like activation early in for myself. Then I do a prayer with my old man. He shares a scripture, like probably like 5-10 minutes, where he just shares something about the game, and it just like it calms me. Like,
he does that every game.
Yeah, every game. My granddad. Yeah, so he'll be at the shops, and he'll go outside and sit down, and then he'll read his Bible for me. Or we'll be driving. I can hear them driving. They'll pull over on the highway, and he'll do it. He's like, doesn't matter where he is, he'll do it for me.
I love that.
Yeah, and it's because of different time zones and whatnot.
Yeah.
You know, like I could be in France, it's nighttime, and he's
1 in the morning.
Yeah, we'll find a time to do it.
Yeah.
I've done that like religiously. I pray with him, or my older brother Jerry, who lives in. I used to pray with him as well. So we'll do that, and then we'll go team walk through, have lunch, and then I usually just chill out. Like try not to. I watch heaps of YouTube on the bus, and if I'm not watching YouTube, I'm listening to Beethoven. And everyone thinks I'm taking the piss when I say that, but words always like they like make you like not agitated, but you start like visualizing things. I've already done. I try not to do visualization until I get to the field.
Yeah.
So the reason why I listen to Beethoven is just because it's music, and it's not like hectic music.
Yeah, it's calming.
Yeah. So
and
because I want to be clear
yeah.
of what I'm gonna have to do.
Yeah.
So I don't like when I listen to Beethoven. That's where I start my visualization, because I'm just flowing through the game, just seeing like it's like a green water or blue waterway just going down, and then if it hits something, a rock, what is it? What does that look like?
Yeah.
And it keeps going again. So I'm always getting prepared for stuff. So then when I get onto the field, I get my shoes off and just go do my breathing exercises. I want to just like earthing kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then I'll sit down. I listen to this. I would say like a play that this guy done for me during Wallabies last year. That he's basically walking me through the game in different aspects. I'm visualizing as it goes. And then, so I just visualize from that thing was for the Wallabies, but it's same the way we play. So then I'll just take our plays and put it in here. And then I'm like, oh, if I do this play, what does it look like? What's like the negative in it, and what's the positive? Where's the gap, and where do I not want to go? So all that stuff, I just break it down for me, and it helps me visualize the game better.
So what's it preparing you for? Is it preparing you for
moments in the
game, so you don't hesitate? You're almost expecting it.
Yeah, and the body flows and just does it itself.
Yeah.
And I promise you, this year I've done it more, the visualization.
And the things are happening.
And I've scored, I think I scored 6 tries from 50 meters or 40 meters out. And it's what I've visualized in the visualization.
The hour before the game.
Yeah, different ways, but the same thing. Because I was scared about my hammy. That's why I have this. Because when I was coming back from my ACL, I was scared of my hammy going. Because I had a few tweaks. Just tweaks. It wasn't even in speed. It was like in fatigue.
Yeah.
So that's why I had the visualization, to visualize me flying down the track, feeling the sweat in my mouth, the smell, the grass, the sweat of the next player, seeing me bounce off, like how my engagement is in my body. So that's how it started, like to really visualize that. And now I just flow.
Yeah.
And the tries, like, bro, the tries that happen in the game, it's exactly the way I felt it when I was doing visualization. And it's changed my game for me big time.
Do you wish you found that earlier in your career?
Way earlier.
Yeah.
Because I was a skeptic about it.
Yeah. Because it does seem, people that aren't familiar with it does seem a little bit out there.
Yeah, like it's heading into the, like, not a guru, but like I call it like my flow state.
Yeah, flow state.
I want to get to my flow state, and it's like a middle arousal level.
Yeah.
You don't want to be too high where you're wasting energy. You don't want to be too low where you're missing opportunities. So I just want to sit in this flow state. And it's hard to stay in there. But when you visualize it before, I visualize it not working out to working out to always working out. It's going to work out. It's going to happen.
Really?
And that's how it started.
Yeah.
Okay, what if I run this play and it doesn't, like, this hooker comes out? Where am I going next?
Yeah.
Do I go through him, or do I beat him into the space?
And I think that flow state is always having that ability to adapt to the situation.
Yeah. So that's why when I see it before, I'm like,
oh yeah,
I'll do this and this and this. And I promise you, bro, in the game, I don't remember doing it. It just happened. Then when I put the ball down and I walk back, I'm just like, and I have to go home and watch it again. I'm like, why did I do that though?
Yeah. it's almost you're taking the ability away to think. Because a lot of the time, professional athletes, overthinking gets in the way. And when you overthink, you start hesitating, you start doubting your ability. But that flow state you're describing is like
the body's mechanics is already used to it.
It's doing its own thing.
And the psychologist said that it doesn't. When you do visualization, and Joe Schmidt talks about it a lot, like just mind stuff. When you do that, your body doesn't know if you're doing it in real life.
Yeah, I've heard this.
Or if you haven't.
Yeah.
So your body thinks it's already done it.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, because I do it so much now, listening to Beethoven, Für Elise, number 34, it thinks that I've already done it. So when I do go through it, my body's fine.
Yeah.
My biggest worry again was my hammy, but now I don't even think about it.
Not once.
I just think about what the grass is going to feel like when I score the try.
Yeah.
That's legit.
Getting in tune to those senses.
Yeah.
And almost those indicators are like, this is what I got to be doing.
Yeah.
What do you tell the boys this?
They don't. They always know I'm always out there.
Yeah.
They know I was. So the boys always take the piss out of it. Not take the piss out of it. They take the piss. He's out there again.
Yeah.
Listen to basics. Tries.
Yeah.
So the boys always know, because when I come in and something like, I think in one of the first games, they're like, "Oh, where's Samu?" And as I was walking in, I can hear them. Nah, he's outside doing his mind thing again. Like he'll be back soon. He visualizes his game.
Yeah.
And
I love that aspect of footy that's coming in now, because years gone by, you would never ever talk to us like a sports psychologist. You wouldn't ever have a chat to that. But I think the way that footy is now in professional sport is just like, everyone's trying to get that 1% better. Because everyone, when you get to international level, I'm sure everyone their weapons. They're at the highest standard. So everyone's trying to find like that 1% better. And I guess that mindset comes into it. It's like, how do I get that 1% better? Because I remember thinking like, when you get to that,
no ceiling.
Yeah, when you get to that level, everyone's good.
Everyone's doing everything.
What makes some people better than others? Like, how do you unlock that ability to either be constantly, thinking or being in that flow state and getting that little bit edge?
I think it's the biggest edge you can get.
Do you think?
Because how faster can you get? As your age goes, how fast can you get? You can maintain. How stronger can you get? In the game, probably like the only other like getting fitter, right? So like if you're fitter at the back end of the game, that's why league is amazing to watch. The fitter guys are the guys that change the game at the end of the game because they're fitter. But you still have to mentally make the decision to do what you do
under fatigue.
Yeah. So yes, you get fitter. But you can be at that arousal level that you're so fit, you miss it. So some guys are at this level where they're fit. They're fit. Everyone's fit. But you get to the end of the game, you just can't see it.
Yeah.
You get to this side where you're just running around aimless. So this guy here, who's in between, who's fit, but at the same time he's making, I think you said it before, like the pitcher's always adapting in union. That's the difference in league. League is, I think it is as well, but the set prescribes what's going to happen. This is a set we're doing to make this guy do this. But in union, decisions are always changing all the time.
Yeah.
Like you said, at New Zealand, like a prop could be at 10. And that's happened before. Like the prop just happens to be there, and you see Nella throw like a no-look pass to Marika, who scores against South Africa. For us to push like in 21, like the picture's always evolving. So for you to be able to process that information really quickly, I think where the mental stuff comes, but like visualization or the mental fitness comes because you've seen it happen before. So then you kind of like, if I kind of understand, like I've got the answers to the test, whatever the test throws at me. You're not always going to have it, but the more you can is better. And that's why I think like Quaid has been such a great player. He maybe not just because of like the what I'm talking about, like visualization, but because he's a student of the game. So when he study, he knows all the movements. You know what I mean? Like he knows what he wants to get to. Same with Woolgenia. So that's where it, like the level that went to, those guys that just studied the game. But then another part is like, can you visualize the game from that study and unpack all the situations that could happen? All of them, all 10 of them. Can you do that and process it at one time? That's probably where it's going because, like I said, you can only lift to a certain stage. Like
physically.
Okay, you squat 300 kilos and can you move it though?
Yeah.
You know, but mentally, if you're at another level of seeing the game and processing it before everyone else does, you're answering the question before they answer it. And I heard Tom Brady said it before. He said, literally just like a couple of weeks ago on our show, he said the reason why I was so great is because I knew and processed information faster than everyone.
I saw that too.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he knew what the D linemen or whatever they were going to do before they did it.
Yeah, I remember him was calling out what they're going to do. And I remember some of the linebackers were getting interviewed and he was like, he was already knew what we were going to play. Like
this is a blitz. This guy's over here.
They're going to blitz. I know who to pass it to. So before he even had the ball,
exactly,
he knew what player was going to be open. Do you think Quaid, obviously, do you reckon he was on that level, the best that you've seen in terms of reading the play, understanding the play, understanding skill sets, you know?
I think a lot of the 10s are at that level.
Yeah,
like
are they? Yeah.
DC did.
Yeah, of course.
Quaid does because, again, he's a student of the game. So we got to a stage where he was passing me the ball because he gave me the answer and he didn't have to say anything to me. So, like, we would talk about it before, whereas, like, if I do this and this, but this is the call, but I throw to you, it's because this space is open, so get it there.
So throwing you the ball changes the call.
That's the answer.
And that's the answer, yeah. Like, and then you do something with it.
Yeah, I do something with it because,
that
was what he said would happen.
Yeah.
So it got to a stage where, like, we weren't really talking much. He would just be more the movement.
Yeah, the action. Yeah.
Because when I first came in 21, one thing that Dave Rennie told me was, like, you need to get Hunter and Lenny talking more. So I'm a big communicator on the field, like, because I love to talk anyway. But I'm a big communicator. So Lenny and Hunts I had to help them, like, talk more. So what Quady and I would do is just not talk.
At all.
Yeah, and just, like, it's your decision. Like, what do you want? And it gave, also by doing that, you give Lenny responsibilities, right? So Lenny, like, this is your space, bro. Like, whatever you want to do here, I don't care if it's the wrong answer, but as long as we're doing it together and you've communicated it, it's yours.
Yeah.
And he's got a great left foot too, so you, like, forced him to kick more.
Yeah.
Because Katie would just go across my face to him for exits and tell him to kick.
Yeah.
You know, like, just especially at test level, when you do it at super, you're like, get confidence. But at test, you're like, oh man, like, this is a big kick. What if it goes wrong? Like, but it got to a stage where, like, just do it. Like,
That
we're okay
trust.
with the consequences, you know. Where I felt like his game's grown, where he's like,
Oh yeah.
I again biased, like my little bro, little dog, but I think he's probably the best 13 in the world at the moment. Like the way he plays,
physical,
defensively, he's probably one of the best. I think he's the best.
Yeah.
Attack, he's been killing it. So I know he's going to go well. 12 or 13, wherever they play him, he's going to go well. And then you got Big Sue there, like another guy that I know he'll do visualization. You know, writes down his thoughts. Is really important too.
Yeah.
He's learnt it from a young age, so that's gonna.
I love that new wave of sort of young kids coming through where that mental mindset is built, like modeled into them earlier on.
Early on, man. I think it helps him make decision making around the footy field, but more importantly, off it.
Big time.
Like the fact that he's writing down his thoughts off field,
journaling,
and
doesn't drink.
Right, it goes a long way, man. Because then frustration, you just write it down. Sometimes, like, you just have to write it down and see it and be like, oh, I feel like that.
Yeah. But you need to let it out, don't you?
You need to somehow.
Otherwise, you just got to bottle it up.
And obviously, like, finding, again, environment around you, having the right people, the right partner, it all adds to it. And I guess that's their strength of this young group. You know? Now, you just need to, like, I still think you need to complement it with hard conversations.
Yeah, big time.
And this is where we live. If you're not there, you're not there. And can't change the man, change the man.
We've got a couple more questions to finish. Yep. What time do you got to be out of here?
Soon. We can go.
Soon. Yeah. What's been the darkest or most difficult period of your journey so far?
It'd have to be losing my mum. I think would be the toughest part in 21. It's funny because it was the hardest part of my life. Like, just hardest, but it was the best year of my rugby.
How so?
I got nominated for Player of the Year.
But why was it the best when it was the hardest off the field?
Because I used rugby as the medicine.
Okay.
Instead of addressing the issues I had, I used rugby. I shut everything off and just went and zeroed in on rugby. Relationships, everything, nah. And so played like a mean season at Suntory. Came out of that, had a slight injury, but it was all good. Missed the grand final in 21 with Bodie Barrett. Went into the Olympics, played well. Came out of that, went into Wallabies, played well. Came out of that into another great season at Suntory. And then I got injured, done my ACL, and then I had to address the issues.
Was that hard, addressing it later?
Yeah. I think because I was...
Was it the grief?
And I don't think you ever address them, really. I don't think, they say time heals all,
wounds.
Yeah, wounds, but I don't think time heals them. I think time helps you grow to live with them. That's what I think, personally, because I don't think the pain of losing my mother will ever heal. But I think learning to live with it now and being grateful for what I have, being grateful day to day, being grateful that she was my mother. I think that she chose me, that God chose me. I think all that all together brings so much more gratitude and less pain, but it doesn't heal it. I would still give away everything I have to have her here. Because she was the stability for our whole family, and I mean our whole family, not just my side, my dad's side, her side. She was like the one in the middle that really held things together, and it was the same with my nana when she passed. And I guess that's where my love for women comes in respect, because the impact that those two women have had in my life, my grandmother and her, has been enormous to the man I am today. And even especially my grandmother and grandfather, the one that I look after in Queensland, they are the model of marriage that I've grown up with, and that's what I want in my family. You know, I guess the traditional family that's people don't want these days, but I know what it breeds. Yeah, so
love that. All right, we got final questions, quick fire, so you can answer these as quickly or as long as you want.
Yeah.
If you don't play for the Wallabies, hypothetically, would you be open to playing for Fiji?
No. Wallabies. Unless the Wallabies told me it's okay. You can we're not gonna pick you over again, and Fiji needed just not even play for them, but just someone there to help bring in the next guys. Maybe, but I'm a Wallaby, bro.
You're a Wallaby.
Yeah,
love that. What's the most intense test match you've ever played in?
Intense. Oh, that's hard. Intense. Probably the Fiji versus us, Australia, Wallabies, at the World Cup.
At the World Cup?
Yeah.
Really?
Just I think the enormity of the situation that we're in, and then it led to the Wales game. But then you can't go past South Africa. That's such a hard one.
South Africa in South Africa.
That's intense, bro.
In Joburg.
Yeah, but I think the World Cup one was because of what was on the line.
Yeah.
So
was that a tough experience, that World Cup?
Yeah. It was tough because worst Wallaby team, that media and stuff like that, which I didn't look in too much. But when I hear it from other people, that's what they labeled as. It's oh, I'm okay with being part of that. I love that team. We gave it all. Boys trained hard. Personally, for me, looking back, maybe I shouldn't have gone. Maybe I was underdone. I should have just pulled myself out. But Eddie gave me so much confidence to play, and which I'm grateful for, because then you go through that, and then you're and then
lessons
learned. Lessons, bro. So
it's never wasted time.
I got no regrets about it at all.
Yeah, for sure. If you could pick any current or former player to play one more game with, who would it be?
I would love to play inside Brian O'Driscoll.
Oh, would you?
Yeah. My favorite player is Ma'anunu.
Yeah.
Right, but I would like from a different again, like growing up. As I get older, like I would, because he's known for like the best center in the world. I would love to see how our combination would have gone.
Yeah, how his mind works.
Yeah. Just something so different. Like
Yeah.
I would love to play with Mara too, but like Brian O'Driscoll, I would love to see how that combo went.
Yeah, for sure. Win the World Cup or win the Bledisloe?
Oh, I'm gonna be honest. Probably the Bledisloe, bro. Like, it's hard to win the Bledisloe, and Kiwis take a lot of pride in it, which I love, and they don't want to give it. So taking that away from them would be just like being the team to lose it for them. This would be. I would be loved to be part of the team that did it. So yeah.
What's your reason why? Why you do what you do?
My faith. God's given me this amazing talent. It's my way of preaching the word, I guess, or living the word. And this talent, not just in rugby, but just the talents I have and acquiring these last couple of years to serve His kingdom is probably is my purpose, because then it flows into every sphere of my life.
Who's your hero?
Be my granddad.
Granddad?
Yeah, he's I love that guy, man. Like, he's the reason why he's reason why I am what I am and who I am. All the lessons and everything. If for me, I always say to myself, if Jesus was in a human, it'd be
him.
Yeah, because the way He loves me unconditionally and loves everyone else around Him and serves everyone else around Him. He serves others more than Himself, and a very humble man, a very intellectual person.
What a good role model.
Yeah.
How have you defined success in your life?
Oh, how have I this success? That definition has changed a lot for me over the time. I think where I sit now, and probably where I will sit, is how you make people feel around you. I find is where you will find true success and peace. Because if people feel good around you, they work hard around you, that means everything else kind of is the byproduct of that. Like, money will come if your business is working hard. But if you're not instilling that in others, it means you don't have it in yourself first. So if I had that in myself, it would automatically liberate others to do the same. But yeah, I think true success is, how I make people feel around me.
I think that's how what you'll be remembered for most is how people feel about you.
Yeah.
I do have a surprise for you.
Yeah.
So I have a closing tradition of the podcast where I don't ask the last question. I get family. I get family and friends.
Yeah.
They send in questions for the guests. So where's my phone?
This is interesting.
This is interesting. So we've got. So we've got some questions sent in.
Yeah.
Alex Murphy.
Oh, here we go.
When you think of home, is that Japan, Australia, or Fiji for you?
Oh, he knows this question is going to ruffle some feathers. What is home? Oh, that's
a
tough hard. Because is
it a combination of all three, do you think?
It definitely is.
Or they all have their own places in your heart?
No, I think it's well finished, like, right? So when I think of home is where I'll be at the end of my life. Like, so when rugby's done, where is home? That's a hard one. Because in my mind, it could be Fiji, but most likely it'll be Brisbane. So I think at the end, I think Brisbane is home. Yeah. Even though, like, we all say Japan is home.
Yeah, do you?
Yeah, we all say it. Like, even we have, like, jokes about with my teammates. Like, because foreigners are gaijin.
Yeah.
So we're just like, oh, look at these gaijins come to Tokyo. Like, you know? Like, they walk on the wrong side of the track. Like,
yeah. We've got another one. Paulie Brown.
Yeah.
Question for Sam. What would your advice be, and what have you learned about navigating being a current professional athlete while also actively working on career post-footy?
Oh, we touched on that a
Great.
little
Yeah,
bit.
we touched on that. Just I guess planning ahead and
being that proactive around.
being proactive around all that and understanding it's not for life, but also like that education side of it, and I guess networking, as they say, to learn new things from different people. But yeah, I think for that, like when you're in a room, just listen, so that you can gain more knowledge around people in different spheres, because it's really important for post footy.
Teddy.
Oh no, I just want to waste time on.
What does your next chapter look like?
Oh yeah, again, probably touched on it, but I'll be working on the clothing brand, Churi Apparel, working with Shane Arnold at Zen Wealth, and working with New Star Sports International, bringing the next crew in. So I've combined all three. So I've worked with Shane for a long time at Zen Wealth, so it's a wealth management side of things. So I'm pairing that up with New Star, so that if I have like 2 or 3 players, helping them, it doesn't have to be with Zen Wealth, but just helping them with the management side of footy. It's more mentorship than anything. So that's why that's where I will go into after rugby.
You're really interested in mentoring the young kids coming through. Yeah.
Just a handful.
Yeah.
Just to help with transitioning from, exactly what I've just done.
Yeah.
And I think for my background, helping the islanders, but also all walks of life, I think it'd be really beneficial, because I think you said it, like when people are making contracts, they forget like what culture they are from the outside. Like they think, he's got more mouths to feed than you think. But within that,
man,
having better planning, because
it's a tough space to navigate.
Yeah, but villagers need to understand it's not cheap living in Oz, not living in France and Japan. I think they see the contract and like, he'll pay for it, but it's not going to be like that. So I hope I can help navigate for the next crew.
I think this is Kerwin's. I think.
Yeah.
All right, Hazy. So my question is for Sam Stone. You've been a part of the Wallaby setup for nearly a decade now, and I guess quite a lot of the eligibility rules have changed recently. There was a time when you had to make a decision of either staying in Australia and continue playing for the Wallabies, or setting yourself up for the future and going overseas. But with the recent changes, how do you think that will
affect me?
That's all he said.
Hey, Eggsy, I got a bit of a follow-up, but I don't know if we have enough time for this. But the question is around for Sam Stone, I guess, when he's been a part of the Wallaby setup for nearly a decade now. And during his time in the Wallabies, the rules were, you had to be in Australia to be picked for Australia or for the Wallabies. But now there's eligibility rules have changed where you can still represent Australia, but also chase that money overseas, daddy, to build your future. Now my question is how do you think that those eligibility rule changes will benefit and support rugby in Australia moving forward?
Another one that we touched on.
Yeah, we touched on that. So basically, I think it's going to be beneficial, because you can help pay the worth of the young guys coming through, if they're worth it, but also more, again, the development lens from grassroots. Because I think, I think, I always say there's a level missing, the jump, but I think you just that like that Q Cup level for league, I think they can do that to like our what is it now? What's it called?
The domestic competition.
Like the
all the
union,
Premier,
like
Premier grade and
all stuff. I think they need to take it to a different level. Like, if it's like $200 for a player or something, and like I said, bring the pay thing down,
the registration,
registration down, get more people playing, because the more eyes we have, because I don't think it's dying, but because rugby's not dying. I think people think rugby's dying because we're here in Oz. Because kind of like how Americans, when they don't live in America, they think certain things around the world, like Palestine this or whatever it is, you know.
I had that conversation with a lot of people because they always say, "Oh, rugby's dying." I'm like, rugby actually thriving
It's
around the
probably
world,
thriving more than ever.
all around the world. It's just in Australia, you've got
Yeah.
league that covers everything.
Yeah.
You've got AFL that covers everything. Union pretty much gets the scraps.
Gets the scraps of
you know,
everything.
and they're fighting against so much more publicity and media and attention. So I think rugby union in Australia is just getting a harder time.
Yeah.
So they've got to change something, like you said. That something's got to change for them to get ahead.
So definitely, I think that's why when you offset that international selection thing, you can provide more financial stability for the guys from grassroots up, because that's where the love of rugby begins, and you need to keep it at that.
Yeah,
so
sure.
they got more finances to work with. It helps the growth of rugby, but also the enjoyment means bringing more kids in, more competition. So more domestic comps, I think, the better. Because if we're strong in Australia, like the crowds are awesome when we had the Super Rugby AU, when Aussies were beating Aussies, like because an Aussie team is gonna win. You know, like worst thing we like hate seeing, like Aussies are okay with watching Aussies play.
Yeah.
We're okay with that because we do it with league, right?
Yeah.
Whereas New Zealand can't.
Yeah.
Like they want to see them beat the Aussies.
Yeah, they've got that thing, that little chip in their shoulder with the Aussies.
Whereas we don't care. Like I'm not even kidding. Like watch league. They're all domestic teams beating each other because it's that tribal mentality. So if we, from a club level, just have that at like a league level, bro, it'd be awesome. So I think that's what can make the game grow if you offset the top tier players to earn money overseas.
Yeah, for sure. Sammy, really appreciate you taking the time out and coming on today. It's been amazing to catch up and thank you for sharing your story and your journey, man. It's like I said at the start, it's been incredible to watch your journey from the start and everything that you've achieved in your career and what you're doing with your life, man. It's very proud of everything you've done, and I'm grateful for you to come on the podcast, mate.
No, thanks for having me, bro. That's a great space for you, but keep doing what you're doing, and I've loved being on here, so thank you.
Appreciate it, brother. Thanks so much for listening to another episode of Mind Your Head. If you'd like to support the show, be sure to subscribe to us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, wherever you listen to your podcasts. It really supports the show and helps others discover us. Don't forget to join us on Instagram and TikTok at mindyourhead.podcast.